Hello, chat. Welcome to the preamble. Dallas and I are discussing how expensive Yu-Gi-Oh is, which the actual question appears to be not very, but chewing through the, 30 pages of alternate rarities to find normal printings of cards is tough. On the flip side, some of these are I don't have to take out a small car loan to get some of these. Starlight Rare, Ladies Dragon Maid, only $59. I guess that's the problem, though, is we're discussing rarity because we're talking about the value of sets on store shelves. If your Starlight Rare or Quarter Century Secret Rare of Snake Eye Poplar is 40 or $50, that's not exceeding MSRP, on that set. So people won't be hunting for them. Personally, I hedge against the investment market of card games because you should not treat them as a stock market, and I think our world would be smarter and more intelligent if we put those people on a boat to an island where they can only ever speak to each other ever again, and possibly sink that boat on the way in Minecraft. But I do understand if you are a retailer, you have to pay full MSR, the cost to stock it from Konami.
Especially because Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't really have a back. Magic packs will never be worthless because people are always willing to play limited.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh's not designed around.
Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't have that.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh core sets are not designed around drafting these days.
So they can crater pretty bad.
Yeah, if a set is bad, it's bad. I'm at a point where I am seeing several semi-modern sets are buying boxes is more expensive than some of these cards. You can get a box of Code of the Duelist for about as much. Market price is about $444. For $43.97 is the average price. You can get a World Championship special rarity D Prism. Some of that I think has to do with cards being not useful. As much as I hate Big Chungus, Unstoppable Exodia Incarnate being $30 or $40 for the QCR. It makes sense, because that guy's not in anything. His deck sucks. He's just an annoying big guy. QCR of Dark Magician of Chaos, DMOC. Really cool. Would look great in your binder. Nobody plays that guy. But on the plus side, I'm not seeing, actual, staples. Here we go. I'm now 50 pages deep. And so, high rarities of current cards like Killer Tunes, Draco Tales, etc. are actual money. Why is Dark Sage so expensive? I guess he was not. They printed it
It was Old Man movie promo.
It's the Dark Beginnings 1 ultra rare print, but I guess that if they didn't do that, it's there.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's stop Market Watch Yu-Gi-Oh. That is relevant, chat, because we're gonna talk about the Overframe cards and the other collections. So,
hey, Konami did a good thing
relevant.
for once.
But I've already queued
shocked.
up the OCG ban list.
We play control decks. Set 5 pass.
Sorry, Hardleg. We'll put an end to that for now. Make sure normal bed music is a little quieter. Set that to loop. But yes, first up, there's a new OCG ban list, and obviously this doesn't guarantee what the TCG is gonna do. Honestly, I feel like large parts of this OCG list are mimicking the TCG. It's very funny how despite being 6 months ahead in cards, the OCG will be way slower in their ban list hits to some decks. like they keep some stuff running for so long, and then like I feel like the Konami team in Japan sees a TCG ban list and goes, oh, that actually stopped that deck. That worked. Oh, we'll do that. We don't know what we're doing. We had no idea what to hit in this deck. You can probably guess based on the cover card what the big unhit is for this list, which would be very interesting to discuss. But let me start scrolling it down. So, the OCG has now fully banned Moon of the Closed Heaven, Splash Mage, Baguska, Red Ransom. I think all of these are already banned in the TCG now. Maybe not Baguska. Baguska might be limit 1.
I do not think Baguska is banned.
They did ban Baguska in Master Duel already, I believe, and Red Ransom also I think got hit there. But yeah, like we're just killing.
I don't know how I feel about the Baguska ban, honestly. That's probably the one
Baguska sucks ass. He's terrible. He's a stun card.
Yeah, but like
he should die in a fire.
He's not really a stun card.
Yes, he is. Dallas, do you understand how you play Lunalight? You make 2 towers, and then you make a Baguska anyway, and your towers are unaffected. If they make you go first in Lunalight...
That's the problem. That's the problem. The problem is there are other decks that can exploit this card.
Well, and that's the thing, though, is Baguska is a generic rank 4. Rank 4s as a concept are not going to get any weaker. It's like the most common level in the game. So.
I keep forgetting how many one-sided Floodgate cards there are in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Well, Baguska not even is a one-sided Floodgate. It's just that there is a deck that can make him and also make a Towers monster, unaffected. There are several that can do that. But it's a weird case.
Well, no,
where,
that's what I'm saying.
Even,
it's like
even
using Magic as an example, unaffected isn't a thing.
Well, true, yeah.
It is, but there's like one card that has it ever.
I mean, that would be that. I mean, honestly, I would that is because of Magic has the keyword system where they try to have themes. Yu-Gi-Oh, you just gotta write whatever you want on the text, so it's just like fuck it, unaffected by other cards' effects. Thankfully, there is no such thing as an unoutable card.
Yet.
I mean, if they make a card that literally you can't remove, like if you made a card that is both unaffected and indestructible by battle, or also had 8,000 attack, like
would break the game.
It would be banned. It would be banned. Yeah. Like it would be, this card can't be tributed. It would be banned, or there would be a solution of like. Somebody would play that card that makes your opponent, like, what's it? Not Dark Designator. Designator of the Abyss. That's like, you declare a type and attribute. Your opponent must send a monster with those types and attributes from their hand or field to graveyard or something. Like, you'll get rid of them, probably. But even then, like, if you made a truly unoutable asshole... yes, they would ban him probably. If you could actually make it. Technically, there may be boss monsters in Yu-Gi-Oh! That if you summon are actually completely unoutable. It's just that the method to summon them is like, tribute 5 attack position Binguses. Only when the moon is full.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a whole thing. But yeah, no. But Baguska is like out there. Splash Mage, yeah, they hit that in TCG like at the start of this year to kill Malice, and it worked. Moon of Closed Heaven also got banned in the TCG. Everybody kind of expected it because she was a low rarity print, but the problem with Moon is that she makes it so that literally any deck of 2 guys can become Fiendsmith.
Yeah.
And she's not even a Fiendsmith card, just she is a light fiend, so, she turns any deck into Fiendsmith accessible, which is, annoying. 7 cards are now limited. Ice Rise Eel from 3 to 1. Can't believe the TCG did that, a million years ago. Ice and X, I think, both got limit 1 when they did it. Max C, the big one. The bug. From 2 to 1. They're slowly weaning the OCG off. Hopefully this comes to Master Duel before too fucking long. Also, Drake.
I'm
Also,
pretty sure it will.
Droll, please, Droll as well. That I understand. Like, everybody. Honestly, it's the problem that I think everybody could have predicted, but it's one of those, like I said, the OCG I don't think actually understands their own game sometime. So Maxi got limited to 2. I think that was only helpful because now you go, oh, I only have to find room for 2 Maxi. You literally gave everybody a free card slot in their deck that they don't have to worry about, and just Maxi got even more omnipresent in Master Duel, being, oh, I only need to craft 2 of them and put them in all my decks. Now, unfortunately, that means that, among other things, Droll and Lockbird negates Maxi. Droll and Lockbird also prevents most decks of Yu-Gi-Oh! From doing anything. So, like, Droll is another one that I think everybody's got a target on. The funny thing is that,
I think Droll is much more fine in Master Duel than it is in...
No, it's not, though, because there's no... It's best of 1. Your opponent activates Droll, you can't do anything, you lose. Are you going to wait 300 seconds to see if your opponent bricked? Like,
I guess my main thing of why I think Droll is not in the same area as Maxi is because it doesn't actually generate you any advantage. It just generates them not disadvantage.
I mean, but Dallas, that's maybe you probably aren't playing modern enough Master Duel decks. This is the problem, though. This is
No, I'm not.
If you draw exactly 1 Droll and Lockbird and 4 actual Yu-Gi-Oh cards, if you just stop your opponent from doing anything, you win.
What
fair.
banlist is this one again?
I think the solution is to unlimit Called by the Grave. That's the solution.
Well,
what
so
banlist is
Dallas,
this?
here's the problem. We're talking about the OCG ban list.
Hello?
Yeah, what?
Okay.
We said it. The OCG ban list.
I was so sure my mic was working.
Well, I was also unsure if your mic was working because you were quiet for a long time. But you're speaking now. We're hearing you. Thumbs up.
Okay.
Um,
There wasn't really a taste to come in until I got pissed off.
Well,
Dallas, I get what you're saying. I like Called by the Grave. The great Yu-Gi-Oh! Theorists in the sky don't like Called by the Grave. The current argument now seems to be
the great Yu-Gi-Oh! Theorists in the sky can go fuck themselves.
The current thinking that seems to be the way the ban list Konami is running, and also pundits imming Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh's great thinkers, is that going second is so statistically awful.
I think I just had an aneurysm because you called pundits great thinkers. Pundits are fucking idiots.
Well, I mean, a pundit's just a guy who writes about stuff.
Yeah.
Content creators in
okay.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Who are paid money to say videos about Yu-Gi-Oh! I will mute you, Dallas, if you interrupt me again. They make bajillions more dollars in viewers than we do. If you want my opinion and your opinion to be worth more, I don't know. Pay to get this video promoted or something. Anyway, but no, the general strain of thought is that going second has such a statistically awful floor, and it's true. This is true in Master Duel and is true in paper as well. Going second is so abysmally bad that cards like the Mulch Armies are basically necessary. You need some number of hand trap interruptions in your hand, and they have to resolve. So if Called By, which in the OCG, they finally went from 2 to 1. Master Duel and the TCG's had it this way for a long time. So if you can Called By a Mulch Army and stop it, or if you can activate Droll on a Mulch Army as well after it draws, etc., that's not good because then the going second player is having a bad day. If this is what we're doing, personally, if this is what we're doing, all hand traps need to become going second only hand traps overnight, and you must ban all hand traps that you can also activate going first. You can't do this wishy-washy shit, because, like, Called By stops Droll, it stops Max, like, it's good against those cards.
There's another option. Print better going second board breakers.
Well, Dallas, the problem with that, though, is that Yu-Gi-Oh! Players suck, and Konami made a great deck for that. It's called Tenpai. Everybody fucking hated it for some reason. They hated a deck that just blind second played board breakers.
I'm gonna say something, Omega. Yu-Gi-Oh! Players deserve this problem. If that's the case, you deserve this. You deserve this.
Can you stop just grabbing the gun and shooting it into the air?
No.
What, are you tired? What's your problem?
No, just Dallas always does. He always causes a fight over nothing.
I'm not
Well, here's
causing
the thing,
a
Alice,
fight.
he's
I'm
not
just
causing
saying
a fight.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
I'm
players
laughing
are
about it because I
stupid.
agree with him. Konami built the greatest blind going second battle phase deck of all time. It had built-in lines that were proofed against hand traps if your opponent went first, and you could go from one card starter to guaranteed win. Did anybody pivot to playing tricks that stopped them? Battle traps? Anything?
No, they just bitched and complained about it.
No, well, most of them admittedly pivoted to Tenpai. It did have overwhelming success. I don't think it was a tier 0 meta, but people did like playing it. It became omnipresent, and people who wanted to play the old style of decks, as you said, bitched and moaned that they can't Ash Blossom when Sungen Summoning or whatever is up, and then Tenpai has been killed. It's a deck funnily enough, for a deck based around Mahjong Dragons, it's a literal gamble deck. If you find your one of cards that do the thing, you win. The problem is that all your cards are limited to one.
To be a little serious, I think the problem is Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a much more volatile game than ironically, something with rotation like Magic. Because Magic has always established 3 archetypes in the game. And those are the 3 archetypes. You fit into one of those archetypes. They're kind of a rock, paper, scissors in a way. And you just live with that. It's aggro, tempo, control. Or aggro, mid-range control, if you want to be pedantic. You are one of those 3 decks in some kind of variation. And usually aggro beats mid-range, control beats aggro, mid-range beats control.
The problem is in Yu-Gi-Oh! While I do believe there have been proper mid-range decks, and there are obviously control decks, unfortunately, people who play control tend to maximize their win rate by moving towards stun. No, there are genuine control decks in Yu-Gi-Oh!
There are, but they're very rare.
The problem is that when most people take a control deck and they turn it into a stun deck, which sucks.
Yes.
And Konami's problem is that they never well, not never. They have done very good about eliminating one of continuous trap floodgates and stuff these days. But traditionally, Konami is very, very slow to hit generic stun cards and instead just, limits all the furniture names in Labyrinth or something. It's one of those weird cases where they always hit the hot new deck that's seeing a lot of play and don't just go actually, Dimension Barrier does suck ass and should probably be banned because Labyrinth can infinitely search it even if it's at 1. And not just go, all these lab cards need to be at 1 kind of a thing. The thing I think with Yu-Gi-Oh! Is, like you said, Dallas, is Yu-Gi-Oh! Players don't have that concept of aggro anymore. That used to be the way almost every Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck was. The first Yu-Gi-Oh! Decks were beaters. The problem is that now a beater OTK deck... Well, first of all, because normally Yu-Gi-Oh! Is best of 3, lots of beater blind second OTK decks have a problem going first, and your opponent just makes you go first, and then you cry. But the problem is that the art of making those decks is out. I think the Lunalight thing is better, but this is why, like I said, Baguska got hit, because that was a deck that is an aggro combo deck that creates a shitload of guys that become material for big, unoutable boss monsters, ideally, that punch your opponent for game. The problem is that you could also make a guy that then stops your opponent from doing anything if they make you go first. So it's just that weird case of, Konami hasn't found the balance for how to do an aggro, aggressive, OTK combo deck where players don't just bitch and moan about not being able to interact. And that's the thing that's, I don't want to engage too much with the Goomba paradox. If you guys don't know about the Goomba paradox, it's a funny image on the internet, but basically it's
oh, yeah.
They show 2 images of 2 Goombas, and then they're piped through, 2 different people are saying it, and it's piped through a funnel, and one person gets the wrong impression because it's the 2 images together. I don't want to Goomba paradox this. I don't
What does that
necessarily think that everybody is saying both things at the same time, but I do think there is a train of thought where people go a little too easy on the, oh, Tenpai sucked because they played a deck which you couldn't interact with. Like, their whole point was to become, you know, unrespondable or unaffectable in main phase, etc. And then also go, oh, but these Charmies, if you activate a Charmy, it has to resolve. You can't interact with that at all. And it's like, okay, well, which is it, though? Is uninteraction bad, or is uninteraction only good if you're the going second player? But how is that different from a Tenpai deck? Is it different because you're actively playing? So, like, I don't know what like the
It's different
the
because
solution
it's
for people's
aesthetically
minds
different,
is.
and I like this thing, Omega. That's the reason.
True. They've also limited a bunch of stuff, like Snatchy and Yummy, Marshmallow to 1, Mululu to 1. Pre-prep actually to 1 is really interesting, but that's because Mitsurugi just hit the OCG.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I would expect pre-prep to get banned at some point. That's one of those
Pre-prep's
cards
just,
that
yeah,
like had
Pre-prep's a
text on
phenomenal
it.
card,
That's like,
and
this is gonna
it's
get
very
banned
load-bearing
eventually.
for
isn't it?
ritual decks. Load-bearing
Yeah,
for ritual decks.
It's a lot like.
Thank you, Lot.
Yeah.
Lot's muted right now, but he said it only matters because getting blown up by Tenpai. I'm getting blown up by Tenpai and I paid good money for those Molcharmies. That is actually, like, no one's tried to frame it as, like, the bourgeoisie against the proletariat, but Tenpai was a budget deck. It was a cheap-ass deck of low-rarity cards when it came out, so everybody was playing it, and Molcharmies were secret chase cards, so I don't want to start the classist argument in Yu-Gi-Oh!, but it was a little classist at the time. It's kind of a moot point now, because, like I said, the
I mean,
Tenpai
like,
fans
what's the
are
most expensive card Yu-Gi-Oh that actually matters right now?
Well, that was before you joined, Axe, but Dallas and I were trying to hunt that down. I don't know what it is. Like, it's probably, like, brand new decks, like, whatever the latest
gonna look-
sets are.
I mean,
Like,
it's
maybe
fair,
the
but it's, I
Bistials
remember
are a
back when
little
Ash.
expensive?
I just remember back when Ash Blossom costed like $500 or something.
Well,
It's not
so
that.
here's the thing, Axe. Let me scroll down to the semi-limits. So, I remember how I was talking about how people are starting to adopt this. Pay no attention to those unrestricted cards. Don't look at this, chat. Don't look at this yet. Ash to 2.
Yeah.
This is really interesting to
Yeah.
me. And this is why I say I
Actually, the
feel like
one-
Konami needs to get faster about this. Like, I'm not averse to the Molcharmies becoming the new type of hand trap. You can technically activate up to 2, so if your opponent beats your first Molcharmy, you can activate a second. You can also stack 2 of them and make your opponent feel worse. You can only activate them on an empty board, so, like, they are literal dead weight going first, or, you know, going second if your opponent puts something on your board. And they do have a built-in condition like the Maxi challenge, which is if your opponent manages to special summon like 9 billion times but turn that into like one single guy on their board, you gotta put like your whole hand back. That's cool. That's interesting. We definitely need to just make a version of Droll and Lockbird that has the Molcharmy text and is shared ride. You know, you draw a card whenever your opponent adds a card to hand or something, instead of stopping the act of adding to your hand. The problem is, while Ash Blossom also stops Molcharmies, it also stops the still one of Maxi that exists, Ash Blossom also does a lot of other stuff, and that's where I'm kind of scared, because, like, Ash Blossom does negate Molcharmies, that's true, but also Ash Blossom has been a load-bearing hand trap for so long because it does so many things, and it only does one of them. It only blocks one form of interaction that's out of its list of interactions, I should say. I should clarify. So it's really interesting. Same reason Dominus Impulse to 2, by the way. That's another one that's when you would draw or add cards to hand. And I thought the Dominus cards are actually like really pretty fairly designed. So it's an odd one. It's an odd one to say the least. But yes, Ash used to be a thing that sold structure decks, and now it's... Oh, I'm pretty sure they put it in the Blue Eye structure. So like it's you know, there's no point in selling it for more than MSRP of that. Like $20 flat, I think. So, like, I don't know. Like I said, I don't want to disregard the merit of the Molcharmy thing. I also... Yes, Impulse is that one. The other one is the big scary guy. Actually, no, yeah. Maybe where Impulse is the summon negate. Judgment to 2 is also there. Well, that'd be correct. I don't remember which one's the big one.
So looking at, sorry, just giving an update to price stuff. There's some cards that are like pretty like expensive, like $30, $40, like K9 Ripper is pretty expensive.
That card is
like some of the
relatively
extra. Yeah, but it looks like there's no like ridiculous cards that I can find anymore.
There's
there might
no
be like one.
$100 staples right now.
Nexus Code Talker. There's no. Yeah. Like most of the hand traps are cheap.
Yeah, they reprinted
triple
like all the
tactics
Molcharmies
are
originally and stuff.
triple tactics are pretty expensive, but that's about it. Like those are $20 a piece.
And I guess that'll be the thing, right? Will be it like everybody will have to you will be forced to, like, if they're gonna ban Ash Blossom, you'll be forced to stop, that, and then play triple tack instead as like your counter hand trap move, or triple tactics talents, triple tactics. The other one,
Strike. Thrust.
Thrust. Thank you. Yes, it's another T. That's right.
Thrust.
Yeah. Play thrust or trip tack, like those, which is like, that's okay.
Yeah,
But-
full Los is still $10.
It's an odd one, like I said, and like
Marshmallow Yummy is pretty expensive. Or Marshmallow is $40.
And that
Still
will
weird, but
only
still-
persist so long, because that little guy's days are numbered.
I'm still a change where it's like, to me, if a card sounds like it's only $40 because I'm just so used to being like, oh right, yeah, you. have to
Well,
pay, like,
you got to think
$500
you
per
have
important
that.
card.
It's not $40. It's $120 because you have to
True.
own 3.
Oh
of them.
yeah, that's fair.
That's the problem. It's like
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
but
but,
and
like,
that's why like
$565
$100
for one card,
staples was
so.
like ludicrous, because if you wanted a full set of triple tack back in
like
the day,
when access code is $90, even though that's expensive, it was still just $90. When cards like Patch or Tactics are expensive, it gets ridiculous.
or like Lightning Vortex, or not Lightning Vortex, Lightning Storm was super expensive on first print, and that was a card that like was a 3 of in your side and like every side deck kind of thing, Now
Yeah.
it's a card that's like limit 2, and it isn't even that good, because just we. So it's so funny to me. Some cards I think just get bad in Yu-Gi-Oh because people like learn to play around them. Like, you don't see random Mech Knights jammed into anything anymore because like players just instinctively play around Mech Knight columns. I think you see
Beat it
Lightning
into
Storm
them.
less because nobody summons in attack position unless they need to attack going first, or like they have much bigger attack than defense kind of a thing. Like, I literally, I was, what is it? Mega Fleet Dragon, Chimera Mega Fleet Dragon is the one that fuses from EMZ. I got Chimera once out of my own EMZ. I've literally never summoned a non-link monster to the EMZ unless I literally need that zone ever after that one interaction. Like, it's just one of those weird things where some cards I do think get worse because people just play around them. That's probably why cards like
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Ash
is so
and like
cheap now.
no, really, they've reprinted everything, and they're reprinting again with the Rarity Collection we'll be looking at later. So like, it's a little
Which is
crazy.
good. It's good.
But yeah, let's actually talk about the unrestricted hits, the cards that were banned and now not banned. I think Bahamut Shark did get banned, so Totally Awesome's back in the OCG. I don't even know if he's banned in a TCG. If he is banned, he can probably come back. Who the fuck's playing 2s? The big one, you probably guessed by the cover image, but Metamorphosis 2-1.
I don't wait. Yeah, I don't know about this one, Chief. We'll see. If anything, it'll at least be funny.
Chat brought this up a few minutes ago. Because I was tabbed over. I was reading the list, but yeah, Tier was another like super aggro deck. That one was probably, honestly, Casino Tier was fine. Ishizu Tier was like way too many possible points of interaction that it was just like unfucking stoppable.
Yeah.
But Ash is
was
like
a solid format, but that was cool,
Ash
dude.
is like really weird because like literally cards play around Ash now. Like they're like, set this card from deck. Do not add it to hand.
I will say, Omega, I found an argument for Droll and Lockbird. It is the cheapest hand trap by far. It
Well,
is
I think
5
that's-
cents. It
I
is
think
5
that's-
cents.
why in the TCG every motherfucker is playing Droll. Like, Droll does stop a lot of decks.
Become a member of the Drolletariat.
But it is a cheap ass hand trap. So like even in Master Duel, like where they have semi-limited, guess what? It's an SR hand trap for some ungodly fucking reason.
It's because it's because they rarity bump everything that seems competitive play to some level.
But Axe,
like
then why
generic.
isn't Droll a UR like every other hand trap?
Because when
I didn't say it was
Master
rarity bump. What I'm saying is that technically it started as a normal play. Oh, they bumped it up twice, or it started as a rare. They bumped it up once. They just didn't bump it up like to the full amount.
No, I
It's up to
think
them.
they undercosted it. Like generally, their system is that
it's been an SR since the game came out.
can't adjust those.
universal. I'm also pretty sure its first printing in the TCG was probably like an ultra or super
It's a
rare
common.
already.
No, it's
Was
a
it a
common.
It was
No,
started
it's
to
why-
common.
it's
Okay.
Why it's pennies?
It was in 5D's era. I can't remember what set.
Oh yeah, because Yusei uses it to stop a guy's FTK.
It's in the same set that Scarecrow.
Actually, no.
Scarecrow
I
is.
guess that is it. Yeah. Technically, I think Axe may be right about them just rarity bumping something that was a budget common. The problem is that they should, if they're doing a system where they just put it up to rarities, that's dumb. You should make the rarity matter based on how cool the card is. That's not how Master Duel does it. They do it based on how much money they want.
I
to
also think
spend,
it shouldn't be. I think it should be just based off like how much. I just think something shouldn't be ultra rare. I think it should be really ultra rare.
Oh,
like,
my bad.
actually,
Sorry.
like,
Well,
Corner
I will
strike,
say
you don't
this:
need three copies of
Master
it.
Duel has
I
a
was-
weird system where like, and I kind of understand why, because this is why it takes so long for them to do some secret packs. Like everybody asks, oh, why isn't the secret pack of this come out? Well, it's because there are lots of loosey-goosey rules about like gambling and posted rates and shit. So like Konami can't give every secret pack its own rarity distribution. Like they started the game with a certain amount of, X number of ultras, supers, etc. in the secret pack and like had those weighted out. And that was already probably pretty bad, but it's the problem of like if you have a secret pack that's entirely dedicated to Ice Barrier, right? Some of those cards need to be ultra rares because you're building a rarity distribution curve. But that means that all future archetypes now have to follow some sort of rarity distribution curve. They get around this in the selection packs, usually by releasing some low-tier garbage that's low rarity, and then they get to make all the new cards, the brand new cards, ultra rares. But hopefully this is starting to bite them in the ass more as they have to slowly drip feed secret packs for these decks because they realize they've shot themselves in the foot when, like, Malice is, like, 90% ultra rares or... God, I think even Tenpai, they super rarity bumped it. Like, it took forever to give it a secret pack because, like, literally every monster card was, like, an ultra or super. It's a... a very wacky, skewed system. But technically, I think using, like, generic staples as your ultra rares is probably fine in the sense that, like, once you craft them, they're there forever. But, the differences of the formats are definitely something to say. We were talking about Metamorphosis, though. I got sidetracked because I tabbed over to chat for like the first time in 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah. I don't
We'll
know,
see.
man.
Well, so here's the thing, Dallas. Like, you say,
get a
oh,
rod?
that might be a little problematic. What's the problematic target?
What? I mean, let's think. I
Keep
mean,
in mind,
Mirror Jade?
Metamorphosis is unsearchable. I don't know if you can do that.
I mean, I haven't read Metamorphosis in a bit.
Well, I'm pretty sure Metamorphosis is not a fusion summon, so most cards that say must be
I
fusion
thought
summoned,
it
you can't do that.
ignored summon restriction.
No, it does not.
Okay.
Some people have calculated the one problematic card, because of course it is, might be Kashtira Fenrir into Last Warrior. To solve that, we should simply kill Last Warrior to another planet, finally. There's no reason why
That
that
is
card should
also
exist
true.
anyway. And also,
I gotta
we
go,
should
see you guys.
just kill... Oh, bye. Didn't realize it was quite so limited. Holidays is hard to check with scheduling. Also, Kashtira Fenrir is also... I get that as a competitive, cohesive strategy, Kashtiras aren't annoying. those guys are just so annoying in like as a splashable engine. I say this as a guy who has splashed them. Like, yeah, Norden is banned forever.
You can do some really dumb stuff with Eldritch. I know that. You can turn him into Unstoppable Exodia Incarnate.
I mean, that gets you a negate, but like, I mean, Dallas, basically, what you're saying is just that I have a wish list of dumb fusion monsters that we need to kill. I hate that guy.
Well, I think Unstoppable Exodia Incarnate's fine. I don't think that card needs to be banned.
Oh,
I
no,
think Last Warrior
I don't actually think
exist.
Unstoppable Exodia needs to be banned. It's just that I do kind of hate that, like... First of all, I hate Millennium Ankh. I hate the card that exists exactly to summon Unstoppable Exodia Incarnate, because it's the dumbest fusion spell in the world. Hey, show your opponent that you put 5 Exodia names in your deck. Cool, great.
You can also do dumb shit with Runic. Because both of the Runics you can go into Hugin and Moonin.
Well, Dallas, you can do that with literally every Runic spell, though.
No, I understand, but you can like do Sprite.
And that would require you to play
main
deck monsters that are not Runics to do it. Like, I don't think that's actually a tension point.
Millennium Restrict is kind of good, but
I mean, yeah, but like and Instant Fusion, I think, got hit because that's one of the things it can do is get those guys and also get generic extenders. But like, I think you can play 1,000 because like, hey, guess what, chat? Somebody in chat as well. Zed just said 1,000 Ice Restrict's a fun tech card in a level 1 deck. Guess what? You can already play another version of that. It's called Restricted Anima. It's a Link one that does the same thing, basically, if your opponent doesn't play around it. Like, you already had the tech card. So now instead you have to like waste extra deck space and put, again, an unsearchable one of in your deck. It's probably not a problem. We'll see if somebody's crazy. If nothing else, if the OCG's not crazy enough to do it, I know that if they do this in the TCG, some motherfucker will put the Fenrir into Last Warrior.
I found a slight problem.
I think you have to fusion summon Dragoon.
So
don't know about DP.
God, oh my God, blame my brain for this. So Earthbound Servant Geokraken. If this card is summoned, you can add 1 field spell from deck or graveyard to hand.
What's the what attribute and level is Geokraken?
Dark and 8.
That's pretty good. I mean, here's the thing: if you can put a Dark 8 on board, you can probably just make AFD and get any field spell in the game.
Wait, hold on. It has another effect. If a monster is special summoned from your opponent's extra deck, Regeki.
I could see that. That could be a little tricky. That's probably not because it's not like a floodgate. That could be, honestly, that's what Metamorphosis should be for, is to put weird side engines. Because, like, obviously you could just play Earthbound and play Geokraken. That they can fusion summon like nobody's business with their deck.
Oh, I forgot one card, Omega, that also probably should get banned. Naturia Extrao.
Exterio. Yes, that's
any
right.
deck that
so
can
Dragoon,
make a 10 can make Exterio.
Yeah, that's right. Dragoon can be summoned in other ways because there was that. There was a Goblin solo mode that's very, very stupid and funny. It included a lot of Waking the Dragon targets. So I guess you could mog into Dragoon. Here's the thing though. Again. Remember, Metamorphosis, a one-of that is unsearchable unless your opponent does something that like triggers like a triple tactics thrust, right? So like it's a normal spell that's not a fusion spell. So you either have to hard draw it, or you have to like have your opponent play into something anyway. And then if they activate something that you can then thrust, that means that you have to be able to play through that interruption to make a guy that you sack into something. So like,
I understand, but getting into Naturia Exterio, which is essentially Imperial Order plus Royal Decree only on your opponent, is pretty
Exterio
rough.
Is a rough one. We'll have to see if any decks have any consistent lines that produce him. Like I said, the main thing is just that like you gotta weigh the YouTube combo in your mind, like the unsearchable the clickbait combo dimension exists, right? If it's only a clickbait combo that ends on Exterio through Metamorphosis and sacks your 10, like, I guess we'll see. But yeah, by the way, they're putting Sprite Starter from. I believe that's the ones that people have singled out.
Exterio and Last Warrior Alive are the two that I'm like, these could cause problems. But just ban those cards.
Yeah, I think genuinely, like, anytime Exterio has been a free guy,
he's been problematic.
Oh, can Endymion search any spell? How many counters do you need for that?
6.
Not impossible.
Yeah, you can.
I don't know. I guess the question is, like, is it worth the Oh, destroyed by battle. Well, then it doesn't matter. That's like that. You have to be going second. Like that's.
Oh, never mind. Yeah,
you're so far behind if that works.
I don't like. Here's the thing, Omega. I don't think it would be like a format warping card, but it becomes a Saki potentially game-winning one of, and that's just dumb and bullshit.
I understand the logic. Yes, I have my own. That's how I feel about like Monster Reborn and stuff.
I just say keep it banned, not because it is format warping. Like it's not going to break everything. It just becomes another card that is like, oh hey, you drew this and I don't have an answer for it. I guess I lose.
Yeah, I have no idea why the OCG decided to do this, other than that like people are predicting they're finally going to print the Neo Clayman target. Like, they're gonna, because there's a lot of, like, GX, anniversary stuff.
I'm not gonna lie, it's not a good trade-off.
Yes, but Konami wants to sell product, so, if they make a new card, they wanna move it. But yeah, I personally, like, I don't know what they're doing, like, why. So, yeah, it's a weird one. It's probably not gonna be the end of the game. Like, if people do start just playing, like, Year 1 of Metamorphosis and actually start summoning Exterio a lot. Like, genuinely, I know there are still some complaints about Genesis, like, it's still kind of finding its footing about exactly, like, what the people designing the point list want to be. I genuinely do agree with the Genesis blog post, though, which is, like, yes, we understand that some of these cards at these point values seem scary. We need to see people actually play them and win games with them. Because if nobody actually does it, it doesn't matter.
Coincidentally, Metamorphosis is only 5 points in Genesis. But Exterio and Last Warrior Alive are both 100.
Yeah, I think they caught that one pretty good to be that, like, that's the floodgates like Exterio. Because even if you don't cheat out Exterio, like if you just played Naturia Stun, which was a real deck, that would suck, right? Yeah. And Last Warrior is another card that's perfect for Genesis at just 100 point. It's just like, don't play that guy. Don't fucking play Last Warrior from Other Planets. Stop it.
Or if you do, you have to fusion summon it normally.
You have to make an entire deck based around of 0-point cards based around turboing out Last Warrior, which I'm sure you could do. It would just be very funny. They're unlimiting Sprite Starter finally. What have you found?
Well, you know what deck is he's the #1 user of Metamorphosis into Last Warrior Returning Alive in formats it's legal? It's Red Ice. Or Last Warrior from Another Planet, rather. It's Red Eyes because he's a 7 dark. Nope. He's a 7 dark, I believe.
I mean, listen, that's the thing. The problem is that just like
no, he's 7 Earth. Okay.
Yeah, okay, so it doesn't work like that. You probably have some sort of Earth target in there somewhere, or generic 7 shit. I think the main problem, though, is also, like, I totally would see why, though, because Red Eyes doesn't have anything. Like, they refuse to give Red Eyes a real boss monster. They just keep giving us, like, tech cards. The closest they came is the Metal Morph engine, but that is technically completely divorced from Red Eyes. Like, I still play some Red Eyes support cards in my Metal Morph deck, but it's a Metal Morph deck, not a Red Eyes deck. It's like, you need to give Red Eyes a rank 7 that's not just the first pass at Tax Dragon, and you need to give them a fusion spell, ideally, that doesn't lock you out of playing the game for the rest of the turn, and preferably need to give them boss monsters that do something other than Dragoon, which is just like, I make one Dragoon, I pass. Like, they've already retrained Meteor Black and Comet Dragon. I don't know what else there. Retrain Lord of the Red to be a 7
You know what
instead
I
of an
think?
8. Don't know what the fuck.
You know what
they
I
were
think is a
smoking.
huge issue in Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah.
Genuinely, with a lot of these cards, is they made them unnecessarily complicated because they did not implement the most important rule of Magic, which is the "I was here first" rule. So if you're because these cards don't operate like that, like if you have Flash Warrior returning alive and Vanity's Fiend on the field, they're both active, and it does weird shit. It's same thing with like why the rulings for all the normal trap floodgates are so fucking annoying. Magic just was like, whatever was the latest to activate is the one that the other which doesn't exist. If it contradicts itself, just do whatever's newest. Fuck it.
Yeah,
I don't know
Yu-Gi-Oh
why
has some,
Yu-Gi-Oh
has
didn't
some
do
problems
that.
with future sight that's annoying. But yeah, no, like I said, Red Eyes is a deck that could be cool, and they've been like 80% of the way there a couple of times. The problem is that just like, I mean, genuinely, the problem is effectively Dragon Link. Like, they made once upon a time they made a really good Red Eyes card. It's called Darkness Metal Dragon. It's possibly the greatest card that has Red Eyes in its name of all time, other than maybe Dark Dragoon.
I mean, yeah, Dark Dragoon.
But it took them a long time to get there, though. And even then, Dragoon's kind of annoying. But because DMD did not have its once per turns correctly, they did have to errata it to specifically say both effects were hard onces.
Yeah.
But because they did that, there was a whole... When DMD was either banned or limited to 1, there was a whole slew of cards where Red Eyes came out in like the 2015, 2016 era, which don't include DMD, which is like a level 8 or 9. But also, guess what? All of your cool fusions are higher than level 7 too, so like half your shit doesn't work with anything because they locked it out of higher level Red Eyes monsters because they were scared of their own DMD, and it's just like... Konami... I think Konami does do that less these days, but they used to do that, and it sucked.
Okay, I've
Red Eye
seen.
Slash is okay.
So there are two decks that I might see being problematic with Metamorphosis.
Mm-hmm.
One is Earth Machine, because they just have a lot of available targets.
Yeah, they puke a lot of guys out onto the board.
And the other is, funny enough, DDD, because they also have a bunch of randomly high-leveled monsters.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't think it'll be the end of the world. I just am. What benefit did you get from this?
Yeah, that I don't. That's a question I like to ask, right? Like sometimes I think Konami just unbans cards to like slim down the ban list, and it's like I don't know. Unlimited. Hey, Loth, I don't know if you ever feel like unmuting yourself while you're dying from fans, but in the OCG, Astrograph to 3. He's finally completely free. Maybe they'll free him on Master Duel if they haven't already. Wyvern Unlimited. That might be okay. I don't know. I don't actually know what we're doing with Wyvern these days. Bestial Baldric Unlimited.
Wyvern?
Eclipse Wyvern.
Oh, Eclipse Wyvern.
Yeah, they've been
Yeah,
really
that should be
strict on that
fine.
in the
If it's at 1 and it didn't become a problem, it's not going to be a problem at 3.
Yeah. Baldrake to 3, Emergency to 3, Pot of Desires to 3, Sleepy Memory to 3. That's really interesting because, like, Pearly is a deck where if you have exactly 3 copies, you can just search whatever you like because it's got a reveal 3. But also, I don't know how good the deck is. Like, I guess they can make a Towers, you know, you can make a Noir that's really big and unaffectable, but otherwise I don't know what their deck does. I'm kind of unhappy about Baldrake. Like, if we're talking about mistakes that were made, especially in the hand trap department, I think the Bestials were a bad one. Of just, like,
Yeah.
any deck that reasonably can play some high-level guys is just like, oh, are you putting Lights or Darks in your graveyard? I now have a hand trap.
I don't know why they did that. Well,
Some
I
of
know
them
why
are
they
generic
did
searchers. Well, they wanted them to be good, but it's just one of those things that's like they keep them up. Wraithsoft Unlimited.
Astrograph to 3! Fuck you!
There he is. Yeah, Astrograph.
Also, I think I peaked my mic because it didn't pick it up. I did loudly cheer "woo" when I entered.
That part did not pick up, no, but yeah, the Astro After 3 did. Race Off Unlimited, I'm a little concerned about, but I think that is just a remnant of the OCG doesn't understand how to ban cards, because I don't think Race Off's actually the problem. I think it's Our Eyes Heart and like having multiple copies of like Unicorn, Ogre, Fenrir, etc.
I don't know if Cashier is going to be that problematic in modern. I don't know.
No, there's a lot of ways to deal with them. I just think that they're very annoying. Like, I think Genesis also is correctly caught.
Oh,
like,
I think they never should have been printed. I don't know why.
I think they were a deck designed deliberately to, like, their theme was to make people mad. They are the emotion of rage, so they were, like, designed to, like, do really annoying things. The problem is that, like, as a deck type, actually being able to play 3 copies of some of those cards is really frustrating, and also, I think Genesis correctly has tagged both Ogre and Unicorn as, like, Unicorn, banish any one card from your entire opponent's extra deck is, like, a really annoying form of removal face down, too. And then Ogre's effect is to look at the top 5 cards of your deck and banish one of them face down, which means they get to literally fix your next draw. Or they get to just empirically prove that your next draw is dead as hell. Like, and obviously, Schrodinger's cat type situation. If your next draw is dead, your next draw is dead. The problem is that Cashier Ogre lets you know for sure and lets you pick. You can look at your opponent and go, hey, you have a great card on top of your deck. No, you don't.
I'm sorry you let my troll brain out with this announcement. I found another funny Metamorphosis target.
Oh yeah, who is it?
Zoroora, the Magistus Vern Thanaga. Target one effect monster in your graveyard and or that your opponent controls, equip it, so free removal, and then you can send a pop. You can negate a pop.
I mean, so honestly, that's very funny. Dallas, would you believe there's an entire deck built around Magistus that gets, like, regular support because it's a lore archetype that they keep making, like, manga about and stuff?
I don't believe that. Play it. Magistus is fake news.
All right, let me switch back to the Overframe. Let's actually talk about these frame breaks. So there's 2 categories of these. One, some of these, they made these deliberately to be the brand new remakes of iconic ace monsters, which also come in a Grandmaster frame break rarity, some of which are serialized like X out of 100.
So here's the thing. I think this is general, and I think everyone agrees, this is generally a good thing.
Yes.
This is generally a good thing. However, what I don't want this to be, and this is the only thing that worries me because it's this, like, these special edition cards, this needs to not be a one and done thing.
No, I don't think it is because they're also doing, like, other sets, like reprints in the frame break. Like, it's not just the brand new ace monsters. Like, we're doing reprints and
because
stuff as well.
That's the only thing. That's the only reason.
Other category of card we're going to try and look at is at some.
That's the only reason this worked in Magic is because they do variants for everything now.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be for everything, but I bet rarity collections, it will be like, oh, one of the possible rarities for every single one of these reprints is a frame break, is an overframe, and I could see it replacing, like, Starlight or Ghost Rares in core sets, possibly. But these are also real cards. Like, these are not just alt arts. This is an effect Dark Magician. You can see the OCG version of him here has text. First of all, to talk about the art, sick as hell. Like,
yep.
Everybody, I think, kind of correctly called what the frame breaks would look like, but it's really good. Like, they've put the text over it, but he's still in front of the background. Same with the stars and attribute. Yeah. Sometimes they interact with the attribute icon, which is cool. They also, like, made the text box translucent so you can still see the art behind it. It's really good. Like, this is really good. This art's also pretty cool.
Yeah, I will say that one disappointment is it's not my favorite of the Dark Magician arts, but that's just a personal preference.
Yeah, I think we're going
thing.
for like the classic original like colors that Kaz had in the manga.
Yeah, it's the original OCG one.
So this is Dark Magician the Pharaoh's Servant. Dark Spellcaster, level 7, all that stuff. You can only use its first, second, and third effects once per turn, and only once that turn. First of all, sorry, you can only use one of the second and third effects. The first effect's permanent, and only once that turn. First of all, this card becomes Dark Magician while it's on the field or in the graveyard. Finally, Dark Magician has realized the Blue Eyes technology of pretending to be Blue Eyes White Dragon. First effect that actually does something, reveal one spell in your hand, special summon this card from your hand, set a spell trap that mentions Dark Magician from your deck. It's already ash-proof.
Jesus Christ.
Quick effect, discard a spell card, destroy all spell traps your opponent controls.
Okay.
So Dark Magician is good. Like, they have a free summon that becomes
Yeah.
Dark Magician on board, searches any Dark Magician spell trap, sets it so you can't ash. Then on your opponent's turn, discard a spell card. You get to blow up any of their spell traps if you need to.
Yeah, this is very good. As
That's
someone who
probably
plays the Dark
okay.
Magician deck.
That's probably okay,
now,
though, because
granted-
Dark Magician was not historically good. Like, they've been trying.
No.
The tactical tri-deck was getting us closer.
What's
probably
the
gonna
step
start
below
getting
Rogue?
over.
What's the step below Rogue?
Yeah, I
Because
don't
that is
know.
what Dark Magician's perennially been. Like, not bad, but like whatever, like not quite Rogue is.
Yeah, no. Like it's Dark Magician, and arguably, depending on the format, you know, pure Red Eyes are like, nah, not good. It's not good. But yeah, the Dark Magician card, sick as hell. Here's a crazy one for them to bring back. Representing our boys' heroes, it's favorite hero, F hero. What's the... I should close this window. I don't need that one.
Shining Flare Wingman.
Yeah, I don't know if he's actually... Yes, he is just Shining Flare Wingman. Okay, so it's favorite hero, Shining Flare Wingman. Again, great artifact. Love it. You know, with his foot out there, he's got the skyscraper in the backdrop, got kind of like actual shooting stars behind him. Looks great. So this is a Light Warrior Fusion, level 8, 2500, 2100. Requires just a fusion monster and one face-up monster on the field, so of course it's a super poly target. This card is always treated as an elemental hero. You can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. If this card is special summoned from the extra deck, it has the Fifth Hope effect built in. Shuffle 5 monsters from your graveyard into the deck, draw 2 cards, then this card gains 1,000. It's just Pot of Avarice, but you know what I mean. It's just Pot of Avarice on summon, or as I said, Fifth Hope. If this card destroys a monster by battle, inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's original attack. That's, you know, kind of a nothing effect, but is still good. This probably isn't as broken for hero as that Dark Magician effect is, as, like, literally a free guy who becomes Dark Magician, you know. This is still pretty good.
I think the best part of the Dark Magician one is the setting a spell trap
Yes.
from deck,
mentions
because
Dark
that's
Magician.
just ridiculous.
Yeah, that's Eternal Soul, that's Dark Magical Circle, you know, that's Eye of Timaeus? Magician Salvation, the field spell.
I don't know about that one. No, the Magician Trap card. I can never remember what the fuck
Magician's
it's called.
Navigation, yeah.
That's the one.
That's a good one. Secrets of Dark Magic, you know, if you need to fusion or ritual summon, you can just get it.
But realistically, it will be Dark Magic Circle or Magician Soul, whichever one you didn't draw, or whichever one you didn't draw.
Yeah, it'll be Circle or the field spell Navigation, because Navigation just gets you, or Salvation just gets you E-Soul. So you just either grab your field spell or you grab Circle and then you just go off.
Yep.
But yeah, no. Flare Wingman's not as crazy, but is still very funny that it's a very super polyable card, and it just says draw 2 and becomes 35. Like, I don't think that really makes or breaks hero at this stage, but it's very funny.
I think this card might be very good in not hero decks.
True, it is technically a generic.
Because it doesn't limit you at all, right?
No, it's one fusion monster, one face-up monster on the field.
There's a card of special summon you can summon. Yeah, no, I think this card is going to be just a very... This card might get super poly banned. Unironically.
Honestly, would be time. Like, Super Poly is a very funny form of removal. Super Poly sucks that it's an uninteractable card. Literally print super polymerization 2 that doesn't have that spell speed 4 effect. We're fine.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, Super Poly does kind of suck. And, like, as much as I enjoy putting it in some decks, it's a card that constantly bounces up and down the ban list. But, yeah, no, this is a completely generic card for any fusion. Yeah.
Makes me think this might get Super Poly banned. Because, like, why would you not put Pot of Avarice Super Poly in your extra deck? Like, why not?
Yeah, I mean, it's just
any deck that runs fusions regularly.
It's the freest recovery card in the world. It's just do your entire combo and then make a guy put back 5.
Like, I might try this out in Fluffle.
Exactly 5. Let me double check. Yes, it must be exactly 5. Shuffle 5 monsters.
But like
still,
the decks that I can
5
think
draw
of
too.
that would want this, like if you're playing like Fluffle, you're gonna have more than 5 monsters.
Oh no, you said Fluffle. I'm just like, yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah, no, like genuinely, this card. The fact that I think this card is better than the Dark Magician card.
Yes,
because it's generic.
not better for Hero, but it is a better. It's a card that might seem.
I actually think this card isn't
that
that good for Hero because of how Hero does. Stuff
let's put it that way. You're gonna see favorite hero shining for Wingman in more decks than the Dark Magician. The Dark Magician card is only for Dark Magician decks.
Yeah. Speaking
Next
of cards
up,
that might be generic to go to Stardust.
Yes, Stardust Dragon Victim Sanctuary.
By the way, this is my favorite of the arts by like a lot.
It's pretty
Sanctuary.
Cool. Yeah, that's his subtitle. But yeah, no, this one does
Stardust
rip pretty
Dragon
hard.
Come here, boy.
And like he's bursting forth from the synchro effect with the lines behind him. No, this is great. This one's real sick. So this is a completely generic, Wind Dragon Synchro 8. You can only use the first and second effect once per turn, and also can't use them in the same chain, but you can use both effects in one turn. When your opponent activates a card or effect in response to the activation of your card or effect, quick effect, tribute this card. If you do, negate and destroy. No. If your monsters was tributed this turn, quick effect, banish this card from your graveyard, special summon a Synchro Stardust from your extra deck.
This is just such a good
quick
card.
Effect, float into Stardust Dragon or any Stardust guy. No,
this is such a good card.
For
the fact that it's a quick effect banish from graveyard is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because you can negate and then quick effect banish in the same turn.
Yes. You can't do it on the same chain, so you can't chain the banish effect to the negate. But you can then immediately after resolving the negate go. Also, by the way, quick effect, new chain, banish.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. Very, 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 very cool.
Yeah, I could see this card being popular because it can also summon the Stardust monsters that are like ridiculously hard to summon.
Yeah. No.
Like, can it? Hold on, I need to check.
Not
something.
all of them, because, like, for instance, Shooting Quasar says Shooting Quasar, not Stardust, but there's Stardust Cipher, Divine Dragon, and shit like that. Like, there's quite a few alternate Stardusts you can get. Also, by the way, I should mention this, chat. This is not going to be a Dragon Master Magia situation. These are not only available in Overframe Rarity, they're also just releasing these cards, period. It's just that they also are like, by the way, we're releasing a whole shitload of new cards for the protagonists and rivals. And also, they're coming in Overframes. And serialized as a separate rarity. While Dallas is checking that, though, let's also bring up the new number 39, Utopia Envoy of Light. A.k.a. Envoy of Light, King of Wishes, Hope.
Be right back.
This is another pretty good one. I like how they put the overlay units. I also like that they put the shine of the sword on the light attribute. It's very funny. Let's see, where is my description of its effect? There we go, yeah. So, Light Warrior Ixie, rank 4, 2 level 4s. First of all, can't be destroyed by battle except with a number. It has the number protection effect, very funny. Quick effect, you can detach one material from this card, target one monster you control. The first time it would be destroyed by battle or card effect this turn, it ain't. Nah. When the second attack of this turn is declared, you can make this card gain 2,500 attack. If you do, it gains this effect. When this card destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can special summon it to your field. This is great because it works. It makes it Utopia the Lightning or other stuff. But also, you can make this like 75 if you doubled or nothing. If you use double or nothing to stop its attack and then attack again, which already doubles your attack, you can be like 75 and then you summon a guy back. Great OTK tool. Not like a mover and shaker, I think, but this is a great thing that's going to find its way into a lot of rank 4 engines. And if you are specifically playing like Onomat, it is a great finisher. Just to be like, hey, I'm going to get really big now, and I'm going to kill you.
Yeah. No. Oh, yeah, no. Hero can go in Branded, it can go in Tier Element. Yep.
All right, let's do the Code Talker first, because I don't know if Lot's back, and I don't want
Hey, Omega, there's a new card to make Branded viable.
What, Shining Flare Wingman?
Yeah.
Wow. Those guys need everything they can get. So I'm deliberately holding off on Odd Eyes until Loth gets back. But we rechain Decode Talker. Decode Talker integration. Not the most impressive frame break, but still pretty good. I do like that they put his sword kind of in the foreground, so you can kind of see all the effects on it.
Yeah.
This is, the usual Dark Cyber Slink, etc. 2+ effect monsters. You can use second effect once per turn. First of all, this card in the EMZ gains 500 attack for each other Link monster on the field and in the graveyard, and your opponent can't target it with card effects. It's basically like a baby Geomathmech Sigma, or Final Sigma.
Is it counting other Link monsters your opponent controls as well?
Yes. If your opponent has Link monsters on the field and in the graveyards, it gets 500 attack.
Oh,
and yeah, so
that's fucked.
And can't target it with card effects. So it's a very big chungus. Also, quick effect, tribute a monster this card points to, send a Cybers from your extra deck to the graveyard. This card can make 2 attacks on monster this battle phase. We're basically building in the Access Code Talker OTK strat into a new guy.
I was about to say, can't wait for Access Code to be the out for this, because you banish your own Link materials.
Yeah. But now it's a Link 3. Because it is generic, I think you're going to see it a lot. The main thing is you have to send a Cybers from your extra deck, so it's not, perfect, but I'm sure there's stuff you can find. But I'm glad you're back, Loth, because I think we're going to all have opinions on our next one. I held it specifically.
You guys.
Oh, is
Thank
this card's
you.
name too long to be searchable on the... Unfortunately, our big boy is... incredibly long named, but let us
You don't
see if we
say.
can grab the image.
How could this guy not have the longest name?
I mean, I think the Starving Venom, the Rivals version, might have a bigger name, like a longer one. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I hope this is the right size I'm looking for. No, that's too small. Let me see. We'll make sure we're getting it big. There it is. There's the sharp corners I'm looking for. Anyway, this is Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon of the 4 Heavenly Dragons. Shiten no Ryu Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon.
At least it doesn't look like he's pregnant with a Konami orb.
No, and also, honestly, this is another one that's really good. Them using, the translucency of both the text boxes, really good. You do get to see how fucked up his hands and feet are, but there's no helping that.
I'm so glad they took the transparency stuff that Magic does, because that is the most annoying shit in Yu-Gi-Oh! And in Magic, when they're just like, oh, we want to make this cool art, but we have this text, this just blob of text. It's like, just put the art behind it.
I love the backdrop of the pendulum effect, of him coming out of it. That's great. That's great. So what the big boy does here is, Dark Pendulum Dragon, level 7, all that stuff. First of all, the pendulum effect is, you can only use this pendulum effect once per turn. During your main phase, destroy this card. If you do, add a pendulum monster with 1500 or less attack from your deck to your hand. And for the rest of this turn, unless you pendulum summon after this effect resolves, you can't activate monster effects this turn. So, it's basically just Beyond the Pendulum, but a 1 card.
Yeah. What?
Add any guy. Monster effect. This card can only use its second effect once per turn. 1. This Pendulum Summon card gains the following effects. First of all, gains attack equal to the difference between the pendulum scales of the 2 cards in your pendulum zone times 300.
Oh my god!
I'm once again asking, can we please unban Electromite?
Oh my god. After this, we gotta unban Electromite. Also,
Why?
any battle damage your opponent takes from this card is doubled.
Yep.
And then, lastly, its second effect, its actual effect, is if this card in the monster zone is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can add it to your hand. Then if it was destroyed by your opponent, you could special summon it. That's right. This guy
That's
doesn't
so
even go to the
funny.
fucking extra deck. He's back. Instantly.
Omega.
Oh, what's that? You blew up my boy? He's back.
Omega. The donuts.
Yeah, I know. I had the thought. The donuts. The fucking Doomscale donuts. 0 to 12. So that's 12 times 300. Shit. It's big. It's big.
3,600.
And double battle
think-
damage. This guy's big.
I-
He's a big boy.
I think DDD can beat it. Don't they have a scale 13? Hold on.
They might have a scale 13 these days.
Technically, Odd Ice does have a scale 13. It's a revolution, right?
Ooh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you could set that up, that means you're 39. And again, double battle damage.
Yeah. So there are 3 Pendulum Scale 13 monsters. Odd Eyes, a Cray Dragon.
Arcray, yeah.
DDD, Dimensional King Arc Crisis. Sorry, DDDD, Dimensional King Arc Crisis.
That's right, 4 Ds.
And then Supreme King Gate Infinity.
Oh, so Gate Infinity is already 13. Yeah, so that's 13.
Yeah, but that's not the
Big.
one we usually play.
True. But you might play it just to get this.
The dick on them?
Like, it's crazy. But now we're gonna move to the rivals. I mean, so we got Blue Eye, or we got Dark Magician. I've spoiled
I
it
think I
already. You
played
know we
this
got
in
Blue Eyes.
DD. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, he's a Pendulum Summonable 7. He blows himself up for any low attack Pendulum monster, which means you can
Yeah,
get the Savants.
Yeah, he's a starter
doesn't-
basically.
He doesn't even list purely Odd Eyes, which is such a freeing statement.
Yeah, no,
Holy
it's just
fuck.
any Pendulum monster. Fuck you. Like
Yeah.
that's the guy you're gonna see in so many Pendulum decks as just a generic starter, which is great for
I'm gonna be
for Odd
honest.
Eyes Dragon, honestly.
Like he's definitely great for the deck. Man of the Dark Magician one is definitely gonna be the least used one here. Maybe
Here we go.
maybe
Yeah.
I wasn't too impressed with Utopia personally, but
No, yeah, Utopia is okay. I think it'll see some play because it's a decent generic 4. Onomat decks already have 9 billion Utopias to play.
Yeah.
But the art looked really good. Anyway,
no, that's true.
the
Another Blue Eyes.
Yep.
The Blue Eyes.
Blue Eyes White Dragon, the White Phantom Beast.
Can I just say, worst of the names so far.
Yeah, not great, but
Can you take him into Phantom Beast deck?
Maybe his name is Shirooki Genju. That might be the right keywording. Anyway, it's a Light Dragon level 8, 3k 25. You can use the first and second effects this turn. Whenever this card is added from your deck to your hand, or a monster is destroyed by battle, you can reveal this card in your hand, special summon it. This is very
What?
funny. You can literally top deck this card and special summon it in draw phase. But yeah,
Fuck off.
hey, guess what? We've it's still a brick if you draw it turn 1. Starting draw does not count as adding to your hand. If this card is special summoned from the hand or deck, you can destroy all monsters your opponent controls, but you can only attack directly with Blue Eyes monsters this turn. When a card effect is activated that targets this card, discard a card, negate that effect.
I'm not gonna lie, I think this is the worst card so far.
Probably the problem is, and I think the reason why it is the weakest so far, is that Blue Eyes was already a meta deck strategy. This just
Also,
adds
trying to be too
another
generic.
tool.
it tried to be too generic because technically you could run this in a generic dragon deck, but then it locks you into only attacking with blue eyes.
Honestly, I'm happy about
Right.
that. People are already going
I
to
agree.
like people will already play Blue Eyes Primite and jam this in. We don't need this jammed into Dragon Link too.
Now let's get to some of the sillier ones.
Yeah, some of the other villain ones are pretty good.
I also think the art is pretty bad for the, or not bad, just not good for the blue eyes.
Well, how do
I
you
don't know.
feel about this card art, Dallas? Crimson Dragon
I love it.
Quetzalcoatl.
Jesus
We're doing this
Christ!
one already. We're doing this one first. Okay.
Yeah, no, we're already.
Holy
at
shit!
Hey, guess what?
Wait, Omega, you skipped one then. You skipped the GX villain.
I think Cyber End Dragon was actually revealed after,
Oh, okay, that makes
because
sense.
I'm like following along on what the Yu-Gi-Oh organization posted, and Quetzalcoatl's next. So I think they did it in that order for some reason. Anyway, by the way, Crow Hogan, get fucked. Black Feather Dragon, nowhere to be seen.
I would have thought more Red Dragon Archfiend, but
Fucking live stream dragons in here.
Exactly.
Not power
Well,
tool. Live stream.
also, isn't Blackwing Dragon not an actual Signer Dragon? He's a dude.
Probably not, no, but I do think I thought that was the whole point, was that Crow ended up with the extra dragon sign.
No,
He ended
Leo
up with the
did.
extra chunk of the dragon.
Leo got the new sign. Crow was just vibing, I'm pretty sure.
But yeah, no more industry plant. He's out. He is officially excluded. And we put, like Loth said, Lifestream Dragon in instead. And Crimson Dragon Quetzalcoatl is another level 12 Dark Dragon Synchro. So, you can set up with the regular Crimson Dragon to go into this guy. It is technically completely generic. So you can also easily summon it in Centurion. If this card's Synchro summoned, special summon as many Dragon Synchro monsters from your graveyard as possible, but you can't special summon for the rest of the turn. Gains attack equal to the total original attack of all other Synchro monsters you control. When your opponent activates a monster effect, you can return one Dragon Synchro monster you control to the extra deck. If you do, negate that activation. Activation, by the way, not effect.
This is cool, but I kind of think this is the weakest card because it's very pie in the sky.
Sorry,
This
hold
is
on. I just
very-
have to-
This is just
Two quick
like
things.
Blazar OTK 2. Go ahead, Loth.
What was the summoning conditions again?
Just tuner and one or more
Yes.
non-tuners. Completely generic. Generic 12.
Generic 12.
Yeah, it is a
Can
12.
you technically run this and also the Synchro Z Arc? Could you do that shenaniganery?
Maybe.
Oh, possibly.
Uh-huh.
Possibly.
I
might be able to
I
do
don't see this as very good unless you go full in on it.
Yeah,
And
no.
then
Like I said,
we'll see.
this is the Cosmo Blazar OTK strat again, basically of like, no, you don't understand. If I go crazy, I'm gonna cycle through 5 Dragon Synchro monsters in my extra deck, and then we make Crimson Dragon Quetzalcoatl and summon them all back, and he has 9 bajillion attack points, and also can negate an activation. But he is literally your end piece. Like he is the last effect you can activate. So
Yeah.
that one I don't. Unlike the Stardust Dragon one, which was a generic 8, I don't know if we'll be seeing that one. I'm pretty sure we will actually see the Sidra one in some decks
Yeah.
because it's him. It's the big boy, Cyber End
Need
Dragon,
those
the Final
requirements.
Strike Dragon.
Fusion summoned 3 machine monsters with 2100 or more attack.
Yep, so easy. Still has 4K attack, by the way. Must be fusion summoned, so you can't metamorphosis him. You can only use the first effect of this card once per turn. If this card is fusion summoned using only light monsters, you can pay 4,000 LP, add limiter removal from your deck to your hand. If this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage. If this card's current attack is higher than its original attack, it can make a second and third attack each battle phase.
So
Everybody, OTK Dragon.
Yeah,
We're back.
the
We're back to
limiter
Cyber
removal
Dragon
thing.
OTK.
Well, so you say that. I see bigger plans. I think the
You know
limiter
what?
removal. I think the limiter removal thing is cute, but it's too limiting.
Did it say
Uh,
2100 original attack, or just attack in
No,
general?
2100 or
2100
more
more
attack? No.
So you can boost
uh,
them up and then use them.
So hear me out though. Like
Clockwork Knight.
Earth Machine, Ancient Gear.
I was thinking
Like-
ancient gears, yeah.
I mean, there's
Well,
that.
well, you already
like, yeah,
have-
this is just
you
you
don't
already
need it in
have
Ancient
9
Gear,
million
but,
OTK
like-
tools in
Oh yeah, but it's just
in
funny.
Ancient Gear, but it is very funny. Also, again,
But for, like,
Clockwork
Earth
Knight
Machine
is
or
a
other
searchable card. That semi floodgates because it makes all your opponent's machines, but also it increases all your machine monsters' attack by 500.
Also,
so
if
just
you
automatically
Clockwork
makes
Knight,
this
you
guy a
can
triple
go-
attacker.
If you Clockwork Knight, you could Super Poly, which is hilarious.
Oh yeah. No.
Nice big assholes you have here. Anyway,
Is that a fucking like Borreload all these negate board, right? Super Poly.
No.
See, this is
guy's
why I
pretty
don't
cool.
want
This
Super
guy's
Poly banned, because it just fucks with like big impressive boards, and you just go nah.
No. But this guy's pretty neat. Will it actually win games? I don't know.
I don't think it'll win games in Sidra, but I'm interested to see its application in other decks.
It is again
'Cause
kind
I
of
think
semi-generic.
Sidra already wins. Like it already has the OTK stuff pretty down pat.
It's still a pretty cool guy. Speaking of which, our next art is pretty sick. but
Oh, this is
unfortunately,
not
it's-
really cool, guys. I hate this card already.
The art, I think, is pretty sick. Unfortunately, it's attached to the Galaxy Boss, which does not fill me with joy.
Omega, this isn't a Galaxy. Reward the card. Once per turn, you can also excellent summon this card, Neo Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon Photon Howling,
Using any rank 8, yeah.
by using one rank 8. If this card is exceeds summoned, you can take a Photon monster from your deck and either special summon it. That doesn't matter.
Or it's
I mean, it's cool, but the card the part that makes me cringe, because this is a generic 8. You can detach 3 materials from this card. Oh hey, that's the cost of 1 rank 8 and 2 materials for it. Tribute 1 other Xyz monster. If you do, negate the board.
I mean, I will say this, like, technically, if you're playing Galaxy Eyes as like an OTK deck, you could just play Dark Ruler no more.
Okay, Omega, but
think
that's
you
a
can-
quick effect, though.
True. It is a quick effect, so it's one of those things.
So
It's
you
like a
can
little.
set it up on first turn, and then when your opponent starts to do
What's-
things,
What's the qualification for Tachyon Dragon to negate?
this is Kali Yuga. This is Kali Yuga. More than it is anything else.
Yeah, I mean it isn't because it doesn't have the
Because
same
it's
like the rank up, but yeah, this is gonna be an interesting one for
No.
8s. It's annoying because
Yeah.
it's a light dragon, so you can put this in your Blue Eyes deck.
It's Kali Yuga, but better, but worse. It's weird.
Hate it.
I'm not sure like what the
I
attached
hate it
material
too.
besides just get an extra guy. But yeah, just making it so you can rank it up off of any 8 is like
The fact
annoying
that it's
as
a
hell.
honestly, just the fact that it's a quick effect is the only like. If this wasn't if the second ability wasn't a quick effect, totally fine, because then it's like a board breaker tool. But the fact that it is
It's
a quick
also
effect, so you
So
can
it
set up
has
turn
uses
1
going first.
and just be
Um,
like,
The main
you
thing
can't
is
do
just that.
anything.
Well, I mean, you could bait it out. Like, again, if you're going second, you could be like, okay,
You
cool,
can,
Lightning
but-
Storm, and you're like, uh-oh, I have to negate that card, otherwise my guy is
But
gone.
if you-
Because that's what I will
but
say.
if you have
This
any-
card has no protection whatsoever. So, like, if you force out your 1 point of interaction with it, it's toast.
Or you can
it's
super
also
poly
very
it away.
kaijuable.
True.
You can super poly, they can't respond.
This is why.
You can
By the
kaiju
way,
it
Omega,
away.
cards like this are exactly why super poly is a necessary evil.
Well, yeah, this is the thing
It
we were
is a
talking
jack
about,
of
right?
card
About
like
like an unoutable guy, right? Is like you have to make a card that's so unoutable, and like This is actually an extremely outable card, but he has a really annoying effect that's always on because it's out there. The main thing is just the tribute one other Ixie monster, so it's like that thing of, like, you might be able to, like, chip away at your opponent's other targets to summon back, but however, I have seen what Galaxy Eyes players on their own, which is a really strong rank 8 deck, what they're doing in their free time, they are almost always ending on, like, 2 or 3 rank 8s anyway.
Also, they're eating paint, but
Well, yeah.
I'm not afraid of Galaxy Eyes deck. I'll be honest. I'm not afraid of Galaxy Eyes decks using this. I'm afraid of what other rank 8 decks are there.
Blue Eyes. Like I said, Blue Eyes gets
I'm
to play
also
this
not
and
afraid
also
of
play
Blue
their
Eyes
whole
players.
synchro stuff. Well, Dallas, remember that if you're a Blue Eyes player, you're automatically a Primite player.
That's true.
And Primite Roar is also a really annoying form of
Orcust
interaction.
might be a little scary.
They usually darker machine.
Exo Sisters, you can do shit. But that deck's already
I'm
annoying.
able to put that on top, but I don't.
Gimmick
not
Puppet,
super
obviously,
easily.
but like,
Hopefully, Gimmick Puppet
Because,
dark blocks you. Remember, this is a light Ixie.
sometimes
Like,
it does.
Orcust usually dark locks you, so
Okay, so summoning your Xyz monsters does not dark lock you. I know that, but other stuff in your deck can dark lock you.
well, I mean, if you're playing Gimmick Puppet, like getting to your rank 8s, you're gonna have to do some special summons, which may or may not be like. And for the rest of this turn, you can't special accept dark.
Omega, I found a deck where this is extremely annoying in,
Which one?
and I'm gonna play it in it because I like this deck. Springcan.
Would you overlay Exoblower or the Champ for this? I don't know about that.
I would normal Exoblower, yeah.
I mean, I guess it is one of those things. I mean, I will say you do have to play some Garnets in your deck if you're not already playing Galaxy Eyes, because you can't do the extra mat thing, unless you're
you
also
don't
playing
need
a
the
deck
extra
where you
mat,
can
Omega.
put a lot under.
You don't need the extra mat. If you exceed a normal rank 1 Xyz, it's 3 materials already. If you overlay it.
Right. If you don't detach, that's 3 total. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 3. So you don't need the extra mat.
So no matter what, it's 3. Yeah, that's annoying.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Also, a lot of people have pointed out, by the way, because it's just easy to put extra mats on, this just also means that, like, every rank 8 deck has an even bigger Zeus.
Oh god.
Like just this just makes Zeus bigger.
Zeus.
So if you do actually need to break a board, like if you don't need to do the Dark Ruler effect, you just need to get rid of everything, you could just be like,
I don't know
big
if
ass
this-
Zeus.
I don't know if this card will be immediately annoying, but this is definitely one of those cards where they cannot put it into another Xyz rank 8 archetype without considering this card.
I will also say there's a serious risk also because you don't even need to do the rank up effect. If you can fit a Horus engine, that just puts 4 level 8 guys on the board.
Oh! Hey, Omega. I remember another rank 8 deck. Fire King.
Kings?
Yeah, Fire King. Just
You're right. Yeah.
As soon
and
as
they
Omega
don't-
said Horus, I also thought Fire King. Don't worry.
yeah, or Ancient
They-
Warrior. You can
they
also just
barely.
make
Well,
this-
Ancient Warrior's not a deck that's out there, but no.
I have feelings,
Fire
Omega.
King.
Fuck your feelings.
Fire King barely uses their extra deck. Like they have
So
a
they have
couple of
plenty of room.
PXEs, but they have plenty of room to play at this guy. That's very annoying that this creature is completely generic.
Yeah.
Like
I'm just
not
trying to
even
think
a
of
light
ones you would
dragon.
actually play, because, like, yeah, the fact that you can overlay it over any rank 8 is problematic.
It's like weren't rank 8s strong enough?
You could play it in Magic Key. I mentioned Orcust earlier. That is always a thing.
Let me see. It's a little blurry, but that's all right. Sorry, I'm going real deep in the tank. No, we don't. We do not have a bigger version of the Starving Venom art for some reason. The wiki's asset is just smaller.
Oh
than
my! Oh no, I have a better art. I have a better art, Omega. Let me.
Okay, if you
let me
can
see
find
if
the
this is
bigger one,
better.
post it.
I have another art. Let's see if it's bigger. I don't know.
I
have
will
Venom.
see. I will say
Is
the
that better?
name though. This is Starving Venom Fusion Dragon of the 4 Heavenly Dragons.
Starving Venom.
So does that mean we're gonna get the other 4 Heavenly Dragons? Or are we just leaving it at this?
We can only
Oh
fucking
my god, I
hope.
love this card. I love this card so much.
Okay,
This
that
card is the card.
Please tell me we'll get a Z-Arc. I want a Z-Arc.
God, a Z-Arc frame break would fucking rip.
So, obviously, these materials are 2 dark monsters on the field.
Yeah, it's just Starving Venom's materials again.
It's always a
treated as a
Predaplant.
Predaplant.
Oh, good.
If this
Oh,
card
good.
is special summoned, the first and second only once per turn. If this card is special summoned, target one other face-up monster on the field, changes its attack to 0, negate its effect. Also, it is now a dark monster. Then, when your opponent activates a card effect, quick effect, you can fusion summon 1 dark monster from your extra deck using dark monsters on the field, including this card.
Yeah,
Man,
so
that is some funny
Starving Venom
shenanigans.
Fusion
It
Dragon
is super
2
poly.
is a super. First of all, great super poly target. Also a spot
But
negate,
also,
like
it
it
is super
immediately removes
poly.
the cards, and then yes, it becomes a second super poly to go into regular Starving Venom. Or
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
even if you've got enough dark monsters on the field, you can make like Tripped Overdome or something, like, you know,
Yeah, you could do some stuff with this.
because it is a Predaplant.
No,
always.
guys. If the planets align, you use this guy to fusion summon out Z-Arc. There will be a Fusion Dragon, an Xyz Dragon.
Oh my god, that'd be so fucking funny. Using
That's
summon
so-
That's gonna be a
also
YouTube
so
video
sick.
somewhere. Summon
that's a
Zark
clickbait
into
combo.
your opponent's monsters.
Yeah, and Fusion or Starving Venom 2. No, that's crazy. Real good shit. The
I love
big
this
Boral
card.
load is our last one. Honestly, yeah.
I don't
no,
know
like,
if it'll be like.
World of Darkness! Oh no!
Oh, Lair of Darkness! Everybody's dark! Oh, God.
Oh my god,
yeah,
I
no.
love it. I love it. I love it. I'm gonna have so many. I'm gonna have so much fun with that card. This might get me back into playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
Borreload Liberator Dragon. It's a Borreload. I do like the inclusion of him at literally firing some of the rockets like bullets, but otherwise...
Yeah, I do like the rocket dragons just kind of
Yeah.
vibing on the side. That does.
Unfortunately,
That's-
Borreload is Borreload, so...
I do want to say, Starving Venom is my favorite art because he looks like he's about to murder you.
Oh, no, yeah, no. He benefits super hard from that up-close personal look.
Mm.
His weird ball.
Really show you how
Uh,
fucking menacing he is. And also with the way his, what's it, under scales look, like you can see the
remember-
Predaplant influence.
Do remember, Arc V, what's his name? Yowie Demon Man. I cannot remember his name.
Yep. Fusion,
Has the most broken card of all time. Omega, picture this. Picture this. A field spell that is an Imperial Order and a one-sided Royal Decree on your opponent, which activation cost is to make your opponent lose life points.
Yeah, I
What?
think I remember this from an MBT
Yes.
Twitter thread that was like, what's a card from the
Cards
anime
they
that
could
can never be
never
printed?
print. It's called like Vine Castle or something.
Yeah. No, it's so bullshit. So the effect on
And a
new,
one-sided Mystic Mine.
one.
Yeah.
Here's the
Negate
effect
the
on the
effects
new
of all.
Borreload.
Okay, here's the
Go
effect.
ahead, read it out. Yeah, you got it.
Okay, negate the effects of all face-up cards your opponent's controls. Also, monsters your opponent's controls cannot attack. Once per turn during your standby phase, target one Predaplant monster you control. Tribute that monster to destroy this card. Once during your opponent's standby phase, they lose 8,000 life points for each monster they control.
So also, we should bring it up. We can maybe even pull them up on stream in a little bit. But they also announced for the next core set a bunch of Predaplant support.
Oh, neat.
So there's
Like,
there's some.
It's not a
new
deck
guys
I play,
coming
but
as
they
well.
should get.
I love Predaplant.
Hopefully they will Avada Anaconda.
And I just printed Anaconda that's like, you can only do this with Predaplant monsters or Starving Venom monsters.
That'd be nice. To wrap up on this, though, for these Overframe releases, Borreload Liberator Dragon is a Dark Dragon Link 4, 3+ effect monsters. You can only special summon it once per turn. Once per turn at the start of the battle or during the battle phase. Quick effect: place one monster your opponent controls in a zone this card points to and take control of it. Your opponent can't activate cards or effects in response to this. Once per chain, if this card's in your graveyard, target a monster you control, destroy it. If you do, special summon this card. Very amazing for Dragon Link.
This is broken as shit. Omega, it's generic 3 effect monster Link.
I mean, the problem is that its snatch effect only is in the battle phase. So, like, your opponent is going to throw anything at you possible in the main phase to stop that.
But it's not. Also, it's not during your It's not during your opponent's battle phase. So you could do it with your own stuff.
Well, yeah, no. Obviously, you use it on your battle phase to steal, but so you take room. But yeah,
this card
has a lot of room to be more annoying. Yeah, I know. I'm like, honestly, I think it's probably going to replace that Link 4 slot that Borals usually go into. The problem is that most decks don't play them anymore. We'll see if this is good enough that we start seeing it in rotation. Because I could see it.
I don't know. This seems pretty good.
For sure. I mean,
and the fact that it's just so annoying because once per chain you can blow up a monster and special summon it.
And you don't even get to destroy it. You just place it in a zone this card points to and steal it. Like, it just moves.
That is an annoyingly recurable effect.
You can't respond to. No, it is a once per turn. So you only do it once per battle phase. But
no, the other one is not once per turn.
Oh no,
that's
once per chain. Yeah, target special summon and back. Yeah, that is. No, that is the effect that's actually good for rockets, which may see play in a Dragon Link deck as just like, because every rocket has like, oh, if this card's targeted by a Link monster effect, go big bungulies, go plus 9 million. So like,
I don't know. I think this card could see a lot of play. I think this is a potential. I'm going to call my shot with my limited knowledge of Yu-Gi-Oh! I think this is a potential sleeper, very good card.
Yeah. Like I said, I think the main thing is just that we're no longer does every single extra deck include a generic Link 4. Alright, let me see if I can find a good, like, display of the Overframe rarities we're going to see. Because there's a handful of reprints I want to show, just to kind of show people what we're looking at. They do have the English release, the teasers. I guess I can pull those up, but they have the big sample over them and stuff, so they're not super great. But you can see kind of what we're looking at with reprints here. And these include both, you know, classic cards in a sense, but also like modern cards.
Omega, I think I see a problem.
What up?
With the Photon deck. So, people might not think about this because they don't technically have to play any Xyz monsters. But you know what a really strong deck that revolves around level 8 monsters is right now? Mitsurugi.
True, you don't usually... One of the strengths of Mitsu is that you don't need to use the extra deck, so you've got room.
But you can, though, and they're all level 8s. So you could just go generic 8
but your big guys are. Yeah.
But the big guys are, so you could just go generic rank 8 into Photon, have a Kali Yuga effect.
We will seize how that plays out. Like, because technically by the time this comes to TCG, Mitsu might also have gone to hell.
That's true. Mitsu might also be killed, which I protest, but whatever.
Oh, I think Mitsu's a really cool deck of like its potential, you know, with like what we talk about, like
so
rituals.
Funny.
It is unfortunate though that they do have exactly one card that is like the
problem.
Do anything, yeah. Like, oh hey, this card just searches your whole ass deck, and also is a Raigeki.
Ame no Habe no Mitsurugi.
Yeah. But let's see, like I said.
I'm hoping they don't ban that and they ban some of the consistency cards, like.
I mean, pre-prep, like we said, is a problem because yeah, they
you know what card they should ban out of the deck? Because honestly, I'm really fucking tired of these cards, even though I love the art. Fiendsmith needs to go. It just needs to go.
Fiendsmith is a really annoying... It's not even a deck. It's too small to be its own deck. It's like a really annoying engine.
Yeah.
We'll do a fail Portrayal on Fiendsmith sometime, I think. They might be
also, yeah, Mitsurugi is already playing a bunch of rank 8s and rank 6s.
Okay, yeah, You just kind of play generic shit in your extra deck and hope. Yeah.
They're already playing a photon package with full armor dragon.
Fuck me. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. We'll just have to hope that some of those guys get hit then before we get there.
Yeah, I don't know. That I was like, there's no good rank 8 deck right now. Rank 8 deck now, so it's not a problem right now. And I'm like, oh wait, no, this deck can be a rank 8 deck. Shit.
Yep.
Oh, speaking of potential hilariousness, I'm just looking at shit that people are saying about these cards online. Crimson Dragon can be played with Starving Venom. If the opponent plays another Dark Monster, you can Super Poly 3 times in a turn into Starving Venom into oh god. Sorry, the Predaplant names are...
No. Absolutely, I understand.
Trifiovertium.
Trift Overdome, yeah.
Drift Overtime. Because when they special summon and you control, yeah, you can do some stuff.
Sorry, I had to step away.
Yeah.
Oh,
We've been discussing some
God.
Predaplant stuff. I'm trying to find...
Are these the only other ones they've made breakouts?
No. The problem is these are the closest to like a smaller image. The OCG showed like a big splash of like, a dozen of these. I guess I can show them all at once in that case. I'd like to like bust them out one by one, but we'll get a big splash image for the people at home.
Because I was about to check a fit. I'm like, what do you mean shooting Quasar got one as well?
Oh
But,
no,
like-
Omega! I found a problem.
These are our collection of some of our reprints that are coming.
Omega,
What's
I
up?
found a problem. It's another one with spoiler. It's with the Photon Dragon. It's a card that is not out yet, but it is also coming out in Blazing Domination. Called Cherubadam Irisfell.
Oh yeah, that's a new generic 8.
2 generic 8s.
Bless
yeah,
you.
And so
I can grab
once
it
per
right
turn you can XYZ. No, this is a problem because you can do a lot of stuff with this. Oh no.
now. I think this is a secret. Oops. No, not Diet Black. I think this is a secret Hecka Hands card.
Yeah.
So what do we got? Level 8 Light Fairy, 2 8s. Once per turn, you can summon it by using any Xyz monster you control that has not activated its effect in the main monster zone this turn. Transfer materials.
Yeah.
If
So
this
you
card
can
is
turn
Xyz summoned,
anything
activate
into
this
an
effect.
8.
Xyz monsters gain attack during the battle phase. Ooh, that does set up... I mean, that sets up the Dragon OTK. If this card would be destroyed by battle, card effect attach a material from another monster instead. Konami suggests pairing this with Galaxy Eyes Antimatter Dragon. So yes, this is a Galaxy Eyes card.
You go to Antimatter Dragon, and then you do a separate. You can get a thing with like 12 materials. Oh lord.
Thanks, I hate it.
Biggest Zeus.
Yeah. Zeus with 12 mats.
All right, we're just gonna grab the big ass list. So here is the first collage image they showed during the OCG stream. Make sure that's framed up. You really can't see the Konami logo. So Loft, you will see there is an overframe of one Zark.
Yeah, Light Ray.
Yeah.
What?
So
No, give
that's-
me normal.
So that's Dragoon, Wake Up Your E-Hero, Quasar, one of the Utopia Dragon Buster Nars, one of the Utopia Gundams, Light Ray, Super Poly, probably indicating that Super Poly won't be banned for a little bit yet, at least.
Yeah. I don't
Firewall
think it's getting
Singularity.
bad anytime soon.
Kuvikara, Mirror Jade, Dominus, not Impulse. It literally just showed the English name, but I can't remember. The anti-draw Dominus. So, honestly, pretty good picks. These look pretty sick. It is very interesting to see kind of like, these are not as crazy as the frame breaks
Which
of
Firewall
the,
Dragon is that?
Singularity. He's back and he's bigger than ever.
Okay, Singularity, got
The
it.
5-1, yeah.
Okay.
It is interesting to see, though, that I feel like these overframes are influenced by the Master Duel cut-in arts, I almost feel like.
Yeah.
Like they
I
kind of
really
pop off
like
in a
them.
way.
I'm gonna be honest. If I was a Yu-Gi-Oh player, I would put money down for that Super Poly. I really love the effect on it.
No, the Super Poly is real good.
It is really nice.
And like
Like,
while
just the-
not all
like,
of
it
these
looks like
cards
a
are like
vortex sucking it in.
while not all of these cards are like staples, most of these cards are pretty playable in their respective deck while also being popular, and some of them do have merits.
That Super Poly, I would, if I was a Yu-Gi-Oh player in paper, I would shell out money for that because that is just, it's such a good art.
Let us bring up this one next.
It's just the all-consuming void of Super Poly.
Well, don't worry, Loth. There's the other Zark.
Yeah, my boy.
They got both Zarks. We got
White woman jump scare.
Yeah, we got White Woman Jump Scare. She's back. Goddess of the Closed World. The Link 5 Boral, Dragon Master Magia, the Chimera Mega Fleet I mentioned. Chaos Angel, by the way, is a good staple. Also,
Impulse.
he does look pretty sick at this. Yeah, and the other Dominus Trap. Which, again, remember, these are all reprints as well. So,
I really like the Mega Fleet art.
yeah, the Mega Fleet's very good.
Once
I don't
again, I
remember
think I
which
have to give
Galaxy
it
Eyes
to
that is.
the trap. Like,
No, Dominus, because Dominus has
Dominus looks
that
great.
unique look of, like, the kind of, like, dragon spirit woman and then the big dragon behind her, like, that was already very iconic art, and this, like, the way that flows is very good.
also,
the way
the
it's-
Red Dragon Archfiend looks so good in
Yeah,
Portable.
Yeah,
Supernova.
Red Nova. Yeah, Supernova.
Yeah.
Big Chungus. By the way, they're printing
no.
more Red Dragon support, so, like, that's probably relevant.
Also,
the reason why there's a Charmer
bit
reprint
of
is
a-
here is because, guess what? They're going to print more Charmer support, because that's the latest Chronicles anime special.
I do like the breakout for Chaos Angel and fuck, I can't remember his name. Chaos Master, whatever the fuck that is at the top left.
That is
Dragon Master Magia.
Dragon Master Magia.
Yeah, because it does
is that
look like
card
the
playable?
ultimate is breaking out.
Master Magia? Yeah, probably. I think it's pretty generic if you're playing a Chaos monster. So, like, if you wanted to play the new version of Dark Magician, like, Master of Chaos makes it pretty easily. It used to be the go-to strat for Blue Eyes. Now, unfortunately, the way they added to, like, the Synchro package with Blue Eyes, Master Magia is, like, a win more card. Like, if you already have access to an Omni with Ultimate Spirit Dragon, you know? But Master Magia is pretty potent.
I have funny stuff I need to report because I'm a troll and I love
World
reading
End
the
is the name of
forums
that
of theory crafting.
Yeah.
You can bring out Starving Venom on your opponent's turn through Predator Plant and Fusion effects. You can negate a monster. You can Super Poly. Then using the monster and the negated one to summon Dragostapelia. And then if they have another Dark Monster, you could summon the level 9 Predator Plant. And either monster you summoned has its own interaction. And only one of the monsters has to be... Yeah, this card is hilarious.
Well, let's
I love it.
Let's wrap up by talking about the new Starving Venom stuff, because that's so we get to do new cards
Oh,
PogChamp.
the new Predator Plant stuff?
Yeah.
Die.
So,
Oops, sorry.
by the way, to end this out, we know that we're getting Overframes in Rarity Collection 5, which is also going to distribute a bunch of other rarities and should reprint basically everything. We don't have a full list of, like, all the options, but this does seem like they are doing this chase card thing pretty good. You're seeing iconic modern staples like the Dominus cards reprinted. Chaos Angel is, like, in numerous decks. Closed Goddess isn't as popular these days, but you could see her. But you're also getting big chase cards for specific archetype decks. Mega Fleet, Supernova, both Zarks. You know, I think that's Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon, which isn't even, like, the best Galaxy Eyes. But he looked pretty sick in an Overframe, you know. Like, this is doing very good work. I think earlier, we got away from that conversation because now you're 3D crafting Flutterpants, Dallas. But you said earlier that you think your only criticism of this initiative is that they need to do more. And yeah, I think that's where I agree that, like, this is a really good way. The rarity collections are already really good.
And, like, not just frame... Like, they don't just have to do frame breaks. Like, do full arts, do alternate variant arts, do... Like, throw shit at the wall. That's how you drive That's how you drive prices of variant cards without driving prices of real cards.
And
Like, I'll give you an example for Magic.
They try to do that with some rarity effects, I want to say, like Ghost Rares, like being fairly unique, but, you know, they kind of
they
like,
don't
go
look
up and
cool,
down with
though.
them.
I mean, they look good, like, the rarity's fine, but they, like... I'll give you an example of this card. This is from the newest set. This card is like $700 to $800. The regular version of this card is like $150.
So it's the alt full, like, extended art of Toph.
The neon ink
Very
foil.
special one. Neon ink. Okay, so it's got some foiling too. Yeah,
Jesus
very
Christ.
flashy. And I hope that's what they're gonna go for with like both the
Like I said,
because
you could-
basically what we're getting is there's the new Overframe rarity is the Overframe rarity, and then some cards will also be in the aforementioned Grandmaster rarity, which is the super extra shiny serialized version. The like
yeah, like it's this
hyper-expensive chase card.
conceit because I'm with you. I hate collectors with a passion, but if Magic or if these companies decide that these people do in fact deserve human rights, which okay, fine.
I mean, they buy products.
Then
so-
this is a way to drive the collector's market without harming the actual game. Like,
No, and I know that Yu-Gi-Oh specifically has struggled with this one a lot. Not as bad
Magic did
as
as
like,
well. Magic did
I think
horribly
like
with it.
right now Pokemon's the worst off because
Pokemon
they
is 100%.
they have a problem with
But
scalpers
That's not even a real game though.
to
So
move products.
Who plays
so
Pokemon,
like
really?
I think they have some decently sized tournaments, but it is a weird one in that I feel like nobody talks about playing the Pokemon card
it
game
is-
anymore. They just
it is very funny that Pokemon is like the 4th most played TCG while being the most bought TCG. That is very funny.
Yeah.
I
And
believe
genuinely,
it's
I hear
below
some people
Magic,
say like, "Oh,
and
Yu-Gi-Oh
One
needs to
Piece.
compete with Magic and Pokemon." Magic is cheating.
No one's competing with Pokemon.
Magic is cheating.
No one's
They're
competing
with like
Matt,
Universes
they're-
Beyond.
we
They're
are not
cheating a little
cheating.
bit.
We are Fortniteifying.
We're maximizing
We are-
market integration for cross-audience
We
potential.
are the only thing keeping Hasbro afloat.
True, real.
Uh,
But Pokemon, we can't compete
No
with
one's catching
Pokemon
Pokemon.
because it is
Magic can't compete
not
with Pokemon.
normal.
No
like,
one can compete with Pokemon.
Pokemon is not selling product to play product. Pokemon is selling product because
Yeah.
over the.
I don't want
the-
Magic to become like Pokemon because that will destroy the game. That means the
yeah,
game
that's
will
what I
die.
said. That's the thing, right? Is like Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't want to actually be Pokemon. We don't want people
No,
scalping.
Yu-Gi-Oh
literally
wants to
every
be
course.
Magic level, and that's it.
Yeah.
We want everybody to play Friday Night Yu-Gi-Oh! Like Friday Night Magic is a term that I
God, that was
learned
such a-
early in the hobby and is just so like built in. Everybody has heard of Friday Night
Freaking-
Magic if you play card games.
For them. It's
So,
for them.
Like yeah, we need to. Yu-Gi-Oh wants that kind of smoke and doesn't want the other kind. I was also going to make a joke about. I don't remember if the Pokemon thing was inflated by the Paul brother who just got his jaw broken or not.
Did he actually get his jaw broken? Lol.
Yes, the boxing one boxed a real boxer and got his jaw broken 2 places
Well,
and got knocked
okay,
out in the
let's
6th round.
let's be fair. It's not just that he boxed a real boxer. He boxed a heavyweight champion boxer,
Yeah,
like a
but-
modern heavyweight champion.
And
What
can I take a
do you
wild
think
guess
was
if
gonna
the fight
happen?
wasn't fixed beforehand? Because holy shit.
I don't
No,
think
no, no.
any of.
So
I'll be
people-
honest. I don't think any of the Paul brothers' fights have been fixed, and I think this is
Well-
blatant proof of that.
they have been fixed in the sense that, like, yeah, of course he's gonna beat Mike Tyson. Like Mike
Yeah,
Tyson's
he's gonna
old.
beat 58-year-old Mike Tyson. No shit.
Like they did it. They did the wrestling thing where they hyped it up. They made us buy into the storyline that Mike Tyson was gonna beat the I think it's Logan Paul's ass.
Jake.
But
No,
he
it's
didn't.
Jake. It's Jake.
It was
Logan
Jake.
Paul's the one that's actually a wrestler.
All right. But the heavyweight boxing one is just like, I heard some people speculating that like the way that the rules for the match were set up was the idea that Paul was gonna like run away for 8 rounds and say that he quote unquote went the distance, and then he just like got a little too cheeky and his opponent went, okay, well we're not for plays, so this is for keeps, and just broke his jaw. He's gonna be drinking out of a straw for weeks. And I've heard some people be like, oh, it's real ghoulish to celebrate. No, that guy deserved to be punched in the face. already.
Yeah.
Also,
The-
like, realistically, as long as he's not dead, he's still a fucking
Yeah,
multi-millionaire.
he's still
He's not
giga rich
permanently
from the
disfigured.
pay-per-view. Like, it
It's-
will
it's
probably
also
end
just
his
like-
career because he can't take any more blows to the jaw. But
Which is,
That's a win.
hey, guess what? The problem a lot of actual normal boxers face. Hey, workplace injury. Gotta be careful.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I can't help but be. Oh, Christella got me a meme. Thank you. That's so good.
Like, god damn it.
I'm not
so-
happy about it because I don't care enough about that Paul
Oh,
brother
no, I'm not,
to
like,
know
it doesn't-
anything about him.
It does not make me feel joy, I should say, Dallas. I just feel pure Schadenfreude. Just like, yeah, probably about time so that happened.
Yeah, I was
That
about to
feels
say,
like,
I do,
for once
oh,
in
I
our
called
life,
this happening.
for once in our
I'm
life,
thinking-
something that I thought would happen happened, right? Instead of all the other bullshit that happens in life where you're just like, there's no possible way we live in the version of reality. Oh, no, we live in that reality now. We live in clown world.
Yep.
This is like something perfectly foreseeable and expectable happened.
I'm
Also,
thinking
if you
back
think-
to that incident a little while ago where, what was it, that boxer/wrestler kid came up and was like, oh yeah, I'm here at this wrestling event. Let's do a little promo, jumps a guy and beats him the fuck up. And everyone's like, oh, whoa, okay, hold.
Oh no, that's a pro wrestler, and I think I know what you're talking about. He's fucking insane.
Yes.
He almost beat another wrestler to death. That was
Yes.
serious. He's the son of a famous boxer, but he is a pro wrestler, and he should be in prison.
I did see
think
that
they
as
did arrest
well,
him, sure.
Manga Man.
No, they did not, because the person he beat the shit out of decided not to press charges.
What the fuck is this?
Oh, this is the new story.
Likely because he got like $30 million or something behind
Also,
the
yes,
scenes
and
from
Andrew
his dad.
Tate got his clock cleaned as well this weekend. Which shouldn't be that
Well, yeah.
surprising. It's just that his branding is
like,
that he's
Andrew
an
Tate isn't
invincible
even-
alpha male, but
Andrew
Tate
Tate
is,
isn't even like to be fair to Jake Paul, he is an actual boxer. He just also decided to fight an actual like world-renowned
boxer.
Olympian
he
boxer.
literally tried to punch outside of his weight class. That is why that's a
Yeah,
metaphor.
like spoiler. This would happen with any boxer. Like if you're fucking like if what's his name Floyd Mayweather decided to box Brock Lesnar, Floyd Mayweather would die. Because Brock Lesnar is like 320 pounds, and even though Floyd Mayweather is technically a better boxer, in all technical words, he's a small man comparatively.
It's why the class weight division exists in boxing.
It's
make
because,
these matchups fair.
Spoiler: when they didn't have a class weight division, people died.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
no,
Spoiler: he's a Olympian gold medalist boxer. Is the person who just punched out the Paul.
Human
to put it that
thumb.
way.
Andrew Tate also got his clock cleaned, which is just like.
Yeah, but he's not even impressive. He's just a
Well, I mean,
pathetic man.
he's not impressive, but it is glad to see that his branding
it's-
is truly fake,
That
and
one,
he
that
can't
one I
actually
will
mean
take.
anything.
Omega, that one I'll take joy in.
Well,
That
yeah,
one
that's
I will
because
take
that
pleasure
guy
in.
that guy
A
should go
monster.
to jail because he's a sex trafficker.
Jake Paul is an annoying prick on the internet. Andrew Tate is a criminal.
Who also probably isn't in the best shape because he's been,
Like
under
a sex
arrest
test
a lot.
criminal. Because yes, I know the Paul brothers did like weird gambling things, but like on the level
I
of
mean,
crimes,
I
I'm
don't want to
sorry.
be
I'm
like
not
who
kidding.
hasn't done a weird gambling thing because that's another like clown world shit. But like at the same time, as much as I'm not happy about the
It's
gamblicization
not sex
of
trafficking
everything in life, it's not a victimless crime, but it's a crime that exploits people for money to
It is a
their
human
weaknesses
crime.
of personality.
I
Yes.
would call it.
Oh.
It is a human crime.
I'll hold at least one of them in contempt due to being quote unquote a petty billionaire.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no, you can hold them in contempt. I just don't have the same level of contempt for them as I do people like Andrew Tate.
Also,
That's
actually, by
fine.
the way,
Andrew
I should
Tate
bring
is,
up
like,
to talk
evil.
about. Yeah, he's bad, and I don't know why people listen to him because he looks like a thumb. But anyway,
People listen to Hassan and he looks like a fucking idiot.
I mean,
that one I also don't. He's
I
just
think
kind
he
of a
looks
guy.
attractive, but he is just a hippo.
He's just kind of a guy.
Hassan Piker, right? We're thinking the
Yeah.
same person?
He's a pretty normal looking guy.
Hassan's fairly attractive.
Think of the same person, but not looking at him
No,
the same way.
he's a fucking idiot, but still.
Before we do get resoundingly in trouble with somebody,
Yeah,
we're
the fucking
in trouble with
Bluff
everybody.
did go like, oh, what the fuck is this? This is actually something to say is a little weird because this is Starving Venom Wing Dragon. It is a level 10, pendulum scale 10, Dark Dragon Fusion Pendulum. Its fusion materials are 1 fusion monster and 1 clear wing. So this is a clear wing bridge.
So I believe this is from the anime as well.
I don't know for sure, but it might be.
bad things happen to the synchro person. Well, spoiler for anime that's been out for 12 years. All of the 4 main characters are the same person, and also they're all Satan.
Yeah.
They are all Zerk.
Yeah. But the one that knows he's Satan, Yaoi Twink Death Man, is... I think he kills the synchro guy. Or... I don't know if it explicitly says kill, but he definitely, like, off-screen Yu-Gi-Oh's him.
Yeah.
At least I'm fairly sure. Because then the main character does the same thing to him. And then becomes Turbo Satan.
But yes, so this pendulum effect, I should say.
Yeah,
each time a
it
monster
is. His
special
name is
summoned to-
Yuri.
Yes. Each time a monster is special summoned to your opponent's field, put a predator counter on it. If you do, any of those monsters that are level 2 or higher become level 1 as long as they have a predator counter. It's not a perfect predator counter effect because Link monsters and Xyz still don't count because they don't have levels, but it does fuck up the level math of every single deck. Fusion monster effects once per turn. If your opponent special summons a monster face up, target one of them. If until the end of this turn, this card gains attack equal to monsters and also negate their effects, so it's also a spot negate as well. Once determined another card in the field activates its effect, you can destroy a card on the field. If this card in the monster zone is destroyed, put it in your pendulum zone. So this one's a little tricky to summon because you gotta like figure out how to get a clear wing on board, but is a very annoying boss monster. It's also, like I said, a level 10 dragon with 3,300 attack.
Omega, you know what my first thought is?
Mhm.
Some of the fucking, what's it, Soul of the Supreme King stuff, or whatever the other one is, where you, like, oh, Zerk is gone, cheat out the other Dimension Dragons, and just fuse those off.
Could be, yeah. Predaplant Lily Lizard, Dark Plant level 3. You can only use first
That is a
once per
good
turn.
name.
If you control a Predaplant or Starving Venom,
Lizard.
special summon this card from your hand. If you do, then you can add Poly. Target a face-up monster on the field becomes Dark. If this card special summoned in the graveyard, draw 1. This was an anime card. They don't say that or Y2 Organization does not say that Starving Venom was an anime card, so I don't know if that exact card showed up in the anime, but it's probably an anime reference. Oh, wait, nope, I found it. Next card, let me grab him. Looks like a spider. This card is Predaplant Longinophilia, named after the Orb Weaver Nephilia and carnivorous plant. Dark Plant Tuner, level 1, 600 attack, 100 defense. That's right, there's a Predaplant Tuner now. So now you can do all tuner-related things. First and second effect once per turn. If this card's normal or special, you can add a Predap card from your deck to your hand, except Longinophilia. Banish this card from your graveyard, activate one of these effects, put a Predator counter, blah, blah, blah. It becomes level 2, becomes level 1. Set a polymerization from your graveyard or banishment.
Huh.
So Predaplants now have a level 1 tuner that also has the ability to banish itself from your graveyard to either place a Predator counter or just get you back a poly.
I have 2 things I want to say about this card.
Yeah?
If you let me. One,
Go for it.
the little pattern or whatever it is on its back looks like a face going, ah!
I believe that is the shape of the carnivorous flower it's based on, funnily enough. But it is kind of...
Secondly, hey Omega, it's one of the bosses from the Weeping City of Mark.
Shit, you're right. It is one of those.
complete
assholes.
with the orbs on the spider web.
Anyway, they have a synchro monster now. This is Predaplant Balthea, because
Holy
it's named
shit!
after Beelzebub and the hoverfly.
Are you sure this isn't an eldritch monster?
I
it is
told
an
you
Eldritch
they were
monster.
Satan.
But it is literally Beelzebub, also the plant, the Lord of the Flies. So this is a dark plant synchro tuner, so you can synchro climb. You can only use first and second effect once per turn. If this card is synchro summoned, special summon a Predaplant or Starving Venom from your face-up extra or graveyard. So
Yes, I can in fact confirm. Fusion Man did in fact eat Synchro Man.
Also, actually, so hey, remember I said you have to get to a Clearwing? Clearwing Synchro Dragon is generic, right?
Clearwing Synchro Dragon? It's generic, but it's a Synchro and then a tuner.
Sorry, what's the... No, I think you're thinking of Crystal Wing. What the Clearwing is the lower down one. The 7.
Okay. Yuri ate Synchro. Yuya, the main guy, ate the fucking Xyz guy.
Well, he was dead before the series started.
Okay, well,
So they
absorbed
did a
him.
fusion
Whatever.
dance. Yes, he
Sorry.
absorbed it.
Kristine also
well,
agree. I love how we're fucking cavemen talking. Fusion Man, play Predaplant. Synchro Man, play Speed Road.
He absorbed the XYZ Man consensually. I do not believe what Fusion Man did was consensual.
I don't think anything.
Hearing
that guy
about
does is
this, I'm just thinking of Yuya
No,
at the
nothing
end of the
about Yuri
series.
is consensual.
Anyway, what I'm
Thinking
saying
of
is
Yuya
that
at the
because
end
they
of
have
the
a level
series
1
is-
tuner. No, go ahead.
Just thinking of Yuya at the end of the series is like DBZ Piccolo. He's just got all of them hanging around in his head yelling at him.
I think that's actually
Well,
true.
it's better than the manga when he wants to bang his mom.
Yeah, there's time travel shit in the manga that's not cool. Anyway, what
we-
I was
we
going
don't
to say
talk
was,
about
so
that.
they have a level, so Predaplants have a level 1 tuner, so it plus a level 3 makes this guy. Balthea summons back the level 3 you used to make it, so you can instantly synchro climb into a 7.
Yeah?
Also,
Yep.
if a monster is special summoned to your opponent's field, you can banish this card and a polymerization from your graveyard. Fusion summon a fusion monster from your extra deck using materials from your hand or field.
Y'all.
Damn.
So just like he's a synchro climber, and then he fuses from graveyard, basically.
Extend.
That is Predaplant's entire modus operandi is extend.
So let me. Is this? Yeah, you can see this on screen. This art is crazy as hell. This is Preda Primitive.
Oh, that's nice. Look at that.
So
Oh,
you can only
I
activate
love
one with
these.
this card's name per turn. Send a Predap card from your deck to the graveyard, except Primitive. Add polymerization or a fusion spell from your deck to hand. You can't special summon except for plants or
Omega,
dragons.
We
can I
did.
share with you what Crystallite has personally DM'd me?
Oh boy, what?
Arc V is a sundered world. They are all shards.
That's so true. Dallas will get that later.
Did we do fail portrayal Predaplant?
No, I don't think we've done a full Predaplant.
Okay, then put that as my next
Yeah, we'll do.
Selection
I'll put that
thing.
down for you next month. Yeah.
We did talk about Starving Venom because we did
Yes.
Dimension
we
Dragons.
did the Dimension Dragons, but we didn't talk about the other Predaplant fusions. But yeah, no. Hey, so Predaplant's just, by the way,
There's
send
more
for
now.
cost. But this is a foolish, and then also add poly or any fusion spell. But you're locked to no, plants and dragons. How terrible.
Yeah. Spoiler, it is probably not, it is either super poly, because, I mean, that's kind of the deck archetype.
Yeah.
Like, it is Predaplant, but also it's super poly.
Omega, I hate the fact what Crystalla has planted in my head because now I hear Z-Arc and my brain just auto-completes to Zodiac.
Oops. Oh well. Second effect. Yes, this has 2 effects.
Yep.
If a monster is special summoned to your opponent's field, banish this card from your graveyard, target a fusion monster you control, destroy it. Which, of course, can trigger effects like Starving Venom blows up the whole board. But also, we might have another target because there's one more spell they've revealed. Apex
Yup.
Polymerization.
I love this card so much. Not
You only
just because it is the perfect name for this archetype.
but also the art's pretty sick. You can only activate one card with this names per turn. Neither player can activate cards or effects in response to this card's activation, but this is not a quick play like Super Poly. But it is a spell speed 4, but it also is double-sided. You can't chain to it either. Pay 2,000 LP, target an effect monster on the field, special summon one monster from your extra deck with the same type and attribute, but a different level, its effects are negated. Then either apply one of the following effects. Fusion summon a fusion monster from your extra deck using both monsters. Send the summon monster to the graveyard.
So good.
Searchable, by the way, off of the new Preda primitive. Predaps are looking pretty good.
I love the fucking card art for this because it looks like the dragons in it are laughing at the opponent when you play this.
Yeah, I know.
Especially because you can summon Preda Power with it.
Oh, yeah.
No. Spoiler, I don't know if we've ever talked about Starving Venom Preda Power Fusion Dragon.
That one might be new enough that we didn't.
So, yeah, basically it turns your entire board into negates. Anything with so basically it is, whenever your opponent activates a card, you contribute a monster on either field with a predator counter. If you do negate.
Yeah, spicy boy. But yeah, no. I'll definitely put you down for that as your poll selection. We got a couple of weeks before we do one of them.
Omega,
What's up?
I have a very dumb thing to share with you, and I'm putting it in text chat here in the Discord.
All right.
Because I've been because Starlight's thing got me thinking.
But yeah, this is a pretty fun little package. Let me see what other cards they previewed, because this is our next core set in the OCG, Blazing Dominion. So let's see.
Yeah, Predaplant stuff and something called Blazing Dominion.
Yeah, it's the Dominion.
To be fair, they are also kind of Nazis. They're not actually like Nazis, but they are.
They are doing the fasci cosplay.
They are cleansing anyone who doesn't play a fusion deck, because I mean Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, because people can only have one fucking deck type.
The cover card for Blazing Dominion though is a new red dragon. This is red Hypernova Dragon, a level 12 synchro. 4 tuners, 1 or more non-tuner synchro monsters. Must first be synchro summoned with the above material. Gains 500 attack for each tuner in your graveyard. Your opponent can't target this card with card effects, can't be destroyed by their card effects. Once returned quick effect, banish this card and as many cards your opponent controls as possible. And in their graveyard, special summon Red Nova. This is treated as a synchro summon.
Why is the card art different than the pack cover art? What?
Is it? No, I'm pretty sure this is the cover card for Blazing Dominion.
Huh.
Like the Predaplants are announced for it, but I think this is the boy. The OCG.
Sorry, I'm just thinking back to the picture used for Blazing Dominion. I just expected to see that card art just on this card.
Well, they do. The OCG does sometimes do multiple card arts. I thought that was the cover card, but they might have a few different ones. Oh no, is that the alt art? You are right. It is a different card.
There's another card. Do you want me to show you? Is it this card?
And let's see, will I get up to it before you?
Yeah. No. That's another card, Omega.
Okay,
it's a totally different card.
It's a different one. It's still Red Dragon related, but okay, so they have.
It is.
Several.
You want to know what it's called? The Crimson King.
That's right. That's Crimson King. I remember.
The Crimson King. The Crimson King.
Okay, and then what's being shown here is clearly the upgrade to that.
Yeah, that's got to be it. Okay, and they have a Red Nova alt art in this set as well.
Oh yeah, hold on. Four tuners? Yeah, it's just 4 level 1s in this guy.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, perfect. Okay, yeah, so this is the upgrade. But yeah, Blazing Dominion's got some stuff going on. They're doing Red Dragon, they're doing Predaplants. Honestly, it's kind of funny. Makes me wonder if they're going to do some more rival cards. They have announced that the next core set after Blazing Dominion is done is Chaos Origins, is the OCG set name. We're back on a Chaos.
There is a card I would like to talk about, if it's okay.
Sure. We've only
I
been
believe
going
we've
for
talked about this before.
Does that mean we're gonna
Super
get another?
Dreadnought Rail Cannon
No, we're not gonna do
Gustav Rockets.
Oh, yes. They added, what was that in? They showed new trains. They showed some other new stuff for. I think was that with one of the anime sets?
I'm surprised. New
is
trains?
it the new train stuff's in Blazing Dominion? Okay.
Or at least
Well, that
Gustav
is technically-
Rockets.
Let me go to the Blazing Dominion page and look at them all. Theme Piece, Red Nova Dragon Assault Mode, some Predaplants. Ah, yes, the new train shit. Yeah. We may have mentioned it, but it was not on an episode you were on. Where is Gustav Rockets in this list? They're adding new
before
fairy
we
tales,
leave
which
off this-
we should say.
Oh, new fairy tales. Sweet.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of new fairy tales.
Before we leave off this asshole on screen, I just want to say I prefer Crimson King to his upgraded version.
I do as well, but
I mean, Crimson King has a much better pose.
Yes.
But yeah. So,
The other guy looks like he's farting out of his ass.
Gustav Rocket and also Rail Cannon Flying Launcher, which people have pointed out does look like it has a representative for Anna Kaboom in it. But yeah, new trains.
Neat.
yeah.
They've got 2 main deck cards, which are doing stuff. Heavy Knight Babel Decker, which lets you summon an extra rank 10. Noctilucent Train Blue Traveler lets you add Train Connection or Revolving Switchyard. And then they end on these 2 big Chunguses. Gustav Rocket is 3 level 10s, but you can summon it by discarding a card and using a regular Gustav Max. When your opponent activates a monster effect while this card is material, you can negate, destroy, inflict 1,000. Only do it once per turn. During your end phase, you detach a material, so it just gives you... He's 5k, 3k, by the way. So Gustav Rocket just gives you something to do going first in train if you're not going to FTK.
Yeah.
And then Flying Launcher is 2 10s. You can normal summon 1 machine monster during your main phase each turn. In addition to your other normal summon, you get an extra normal of machines. And then if this card's Xyz summoned, add an Earth Machine or a Barrage Blast. You can attach any number of materials, target spell traps, destroy them. So just, yeah. Trains are looking... The Earth Machine train deck looking very good.
I have a dumb thought, but I'll wait till you guys say what you want to say, because mine might go on for a bit.
My thought is
anything you wanna
just
say
I
about
like
trains?
trains.
We're going to show trains?
Yeah. So, weirdly enough, because I look at trains, and my brain just reminded me of a certain Kamen Rider who is all about trains. And I just thought to myself, why don't they just print masked heroes and just go hog wild and make them all related to each specific Kamen Rider and their gimmick? Give us masked hero train, man.
That would be amazing.
You never know.
If Konami ever decides to do Universes Beyond, they should go for Kamen Rider.
Yeah, fucking
I want Magic to go for Kamen Rider, but unfortunately, I don't think they have enough of the Japanese market. But
again, dumb thought, but
Blazing Dominions
I just
being worked
wanted
on. There's a few more
a
stuff.
weird mash chain specifically for trains to make Den-O.
So there's blocks of 5 or 6 cards there, another 5 or 6 cards there, another block there in the main deck. So probably still going to be 2 or 3 archetypes worth of cards. Not necessarily new archetypes, but several blocks to talk about.
I hope there's at least one new archetype.
Oh, I mean, there will be more. Like I said, there are... In the main deck, they've got, 3 empty slots of like 5 or 6 cards, and then more slots in the spell and extra zones, like for extra deck and for spell traps. So like there's plenty more coming in this set. This is gonna release when in the OCG? End of January. So we should start basically getting like preview material every week out of this set until it's all revealed. Looks like it's going to be an interesting one, though, yes, because this has got some new Assault Mode stuff. This has got new stuff for Red Dragon, obviously, and Resonators and associated archetypes. They are adding a few new Familiar Possessed and Charmer stuff that's not super important. Fairy Tale is a real deck now if we do a Fail Portrayal on Fairy Tale in full, because we have not done the original block of Fairy Tales. We can also talk about the new shit. And then, yeah, no, the Predaplant stuff is very newly revealed. So, yes, very exciting time for Yu-Gi-Oh! Rarity Collection 5's coming out. Got a lot of stuff going on. The
Megan, put me down for Fairy Tales, then.
I was just thinking that. Yeah, we'll do that when we next run a poll. We'll have some new blood in there. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Is in a place right now where, like, the meta's not changing a lot with our current set, but the next set that comes out should give you some new stuff. Unfortunately, Hecka Hands, Killer Tune, and I don't even remember who the fuck that. I don't remember how to say their name, but it's the Flip guys. Eniacraft. There we go. Those decks are all cool. They do things. They don't do something cool enough to beat out like Canine Piles and Draco Tail. Shit.
Do they do something? Does
actually, genuinely, every one of those decks do something. They have pretty consistent plays. The problem is
that's not what I was thinking. I was thinking of the Elvenotes.
Oh, 11 notes?
Yeah.
That's going to be the next core
Those don't
set.
do anything.
That will probably not do anything because none of those decks have done everything. The new, what's-his-face, Medius, I think his name is, he is unfortunately not a Albaz or a Diabell Star. He is a Visa Starfrost. Except that Visa Starfrost had archetypes around him that did stuff. I don't think any of those. Art Mage is, like, really good in Genesis, I guess. That's why it exists. Dooms is nothing. 11 Notes is also probably nothing. We'll see, I guess. But yeah, this is, like, that's going to be the third archetype in this sequence that's going to be basically nothing. R.I.P.
Also, there's another DDD. Another one.
Oh, yeah, no, they keep bringing them out.
When will we get to 5Ds?
I don't think there ever was one.
I mean, I feel like they should just for the joke to make a DDDDDD. 5D. But yeah, no. They got some stuff. So yeah, though, Yu-Gi-Oh's looking real interesting. They probably will reprint Revolving Switchyard. Obviously, there's still stuff I want to see. Like, I'd love to see them do we got Rivals, which is like mostly Rivals. That means clearly the next two versions of this set, the Over collection, needs to be like friends or allies, comrades, whatever you want to call it, and then villains. There needs, as much as I usually hate the way villain decks in Yu-Gi-Oh play, they have some very iconic villains, and you could pick good ones. Konami, don't do Merrick. Don't do over. I mean, you should do Overframe Prince of the Egyptian Gods, but don't do like raw slop deck. Do Pegasus. Do something nice for tunes. Their deck doesn't do anything. But like that should be there should be a Red Eyes Overframe and a Tune Overframe, and then you can also include I don't know.
No, if we're gonna do a DM
Embryonic Emperor,
shouldn't it be Zark and shit?
No, it shouldn't be Zork Necrophades because that's also not a deck. You could try and make it a deck.
Destiny board stuff.
But yeah.
What's his name? The villain of the third series was a fucking idiot. Did he ever get a deck? Does he even have a deck?
The Orichalco stuff? Yeah, technically. Orichalca, Shiranga, and like Divine Serpent Gah was his boss monster, shit like that. It's just that they're not a deck, they're dumb.
A deck.
Yeah.
Why does DM have like the worst villain decks of all time?
Oh, it's because it's the first series. You know, they weren't being cohesive, and even the filler team wasn't necessarily writing cards to make sense in the card game. They were writing duels because they needed time for the manga to finish, kind of a thing.
Because like I'm just
duels,
thinking about
I
it.
think
GX
genuinely GX's duels are written a lot better because the team only had to worry about writing for like the story and making it make sense in the card game.
Actually, honestly, thinking of it, most of Yu-Gi-Oh's villains have pretty crappy archetypes. Like the villains, not the.
Well, this is the thing I pointed out,
rivals.
right? Like the problem is that like most Yu-Gi-Oh villain decks feel like villain decks, which means they're all shitty stun decks. Time Lords, not fun at all. They're all just stupid big assholes with like weird alt-win conditions. You could argue like who actually is villain decks in like GX, but like Yubel was like a weird damage bouncing deck.
Why can't I think of it? Sacred Beast.
Sacred Beast is also one that's like really weird. Like that one at least I think had potential, but they did
I
not.
think Yubel and Sacred Beast are fun, are not usual stun slop decks.
But they're also not the final villain because that was what's his face, Nightmare or Darkness or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't
Clear
even know what he
World.
played. Was he Clear
World.
World? I thought that was a. Oh, that's a deck that's terrible.
Nope.
That's awful.
That's the final villain.
To
To be fair, the final duel is against Yugi, so it's not
Z-Arc
actually even a
is
villain.
like. That's a villain deck, but also
Z-Arc
the villain was the
Turbo.
protagonists all along. So like, I think
Yeah.
that's the least problematic one. It's just by your powers combined, I'm a big fucking guy. The
5D
Baryonic
is Time
Emperor
Lord.
is like, yeah, Time Lord. The Baryonic Emperor is Numeron
Dawn
Numeronius, which is, you know,
1000.
yeah, Dawn 1000 is just a giant asshole alt-win
It's just
guy.
big bungus deck.
He's imaginary number 10,000. Technically, I guess the
Brains
ultimate
is
villain of
Ad
Brains
Ignister.
is Ad Ignister, and like, I don't mind Arrival Cybers. But also that guy started as an ally and then became a villain, so they're weird. But like villain decks, like even like lesser seasoned villains are usually full of like dumb stun tricks. Like arguably Toons are full of dumb interactions because that like Pegasus literally cheated. He was like, here's my exclusive cards.
I know a villain deck. I know a villain deck we need to give support to. One of the main villains in GX, Arcana Force.
We really don't know.
Dallas
This is a problem. Like they've given Arcana Force so many names. You can hypothetically,
They've
if you want to play
tried.
Arcana Force, you can do the World FDK.
But just make a deck that doesn't revolve around the world FTK.
Well, that's a problem though. Is in the show his deck revolves around the World FDK. I'm
No, it
pretty sure.
doesn't. No, it
What's his
revolves
win
around
con,
the Dark Ruler no more.
Oh, Dark Ruler.
The sad part is because the
Chaos
gimmick
Dark
of
Ruler.
Arcana Force is being about the tarot, of course, tarot decks. The world is like the big bungus.
Zawaruda.
Oh, the big bungus is Chaos Dark Ruler and Chaos Light Ruler.
Yeah, I mean they printed them. They printed those guys.
But just like make better ones.
Mech Lords are really annoying, but they also never show up anywhere because they're They were an anti-synchro, anti-meta strat that some antagonists played.
To be fair, I think the reason why villain decks are difficult to, make is because the way that the writers write them is so that the audience goes, fuck off.
Well, yeah, Chris Charlotte said it in chat. You know, like the villain decks usually are burn and stun because they're supposed to build suspense, right? They're supposed to make you worried for the protagonist. The problem is that in real life, playing those consistently is very annoying. Like, technically, the Gimmick Puppet guy is an antagonist, and, like, Gimmick Puppet is an FTK.
Of course they fucking did that. Okay, Konami, just for the love of God, because I just looked up, Arcana Force EX, the Chaos Ruler. And of course, the last part of the effect is, while light barrier is on the field, your opponent cannot activate the effects of monsters.
Yeah, it's a skill drain.
Of course it is. Stop doing that.
I think they have. I think we've left the skill drain zone. The problem is that it took them a very long time to actually, like, Like the Blue Eyes like the Blue Eyes support is actually like multi-layered and has like multiple points of interaction and is bolstered by outside engines. The new Dark Magician stuff is like also like that.
Effect honestly should be, even though this would also be a terrible card, at least it'd be terrible in thematic. Whenever a card is activated on the field, flip a coin. If heads, it resolves. If tails, negate.
That would be annoying for bookkeeping, but would be much more extra.
It would at least be thematic.
And I think that, like, if you had Light Barrier, you could just use Light Barrier to correctly call your coin flips. Like, your coin flips would be safe if you had the combo. Your opponent would be 50-50s. But yeah, that sounds like a lot of make work. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there. Like the decks I want to see that are in like weird places that could use some like shoring up is like there's a lot of one-noters. Obviously, I would like them to do something consistent with Red Eyes. Harpy is probably fine. I think they did a decent amount there. And then obviously they brought Amazons back like with that integration. There's probably a couple of other weird like edge cases. I'd really like them to take all this Dark Magician support and also make specifically like Arcana Red Dark Magician stuff, like with his weird spellcasters and like his death traps. Like, we already have Pharaoh's Servant Dark Magician now. That's the Overframe guy. So, like, there's room to break that up and do a few other things. So, there's a lot of room for expansion. I think they did actually do some... Or was that in Rush Duels? I think they did some Ultimate Moth stuff recently.
So
they tried to do some Two-Headed King Rex shit, but that just disappeared into the dinosaur soup and was nothing.
I had an idea of an archetype that doesn't technically exist, but would be a fun one.
Yeah.
And this is my GX brain speaking, but I always had an idea of like basically an evil hero style archetype, but all done with like light monsters, and basically as if Jaden had lost to the cosmic light demon thing.
That could be interesting, because they did do a couple of those, but very limited. Like, they did Armed Dragon level 10 white to represent that, like, for Armed Dragon. Like, they did a couple of those whiteouts.
Did get mind controlled. Yeah. I'm just saying one for Jaden for like.
That's what I mean. Yeah, like that would work with the new code, the new code talkers, like the Adignister code talker bridge. Like, you know, that's based off an anime hypothetical. That could be interesting to see. A reverse, you know, e-hero. Sorry, no, I just had the thought that would make everybody sing. Does that mean we could get redeemed Yubel? Give me light Yubel?
Ooh, that'd be good.
I think the people would like to see that. World Championship, by the way, Deck. Oh, no. There's a Armed Dragon level 10 white, which is supposed to be equipped with White Veil, which I think was a group of
that was the mind control
was
thing.
The spell. Alexis also doesn't have any consistent decks. Like, I think she does actually eventually play, like, Izana and Ben 10 and shit, but, like, her pre-that decks are really bad. But, like, there's some other dumb, weird shit. Oh, you mean, there is also White Night Dragon with an N that's, like, a weird guy. That might have been something.
White Night Dragon was Alexis's possessed
because he was
card.
like a weird ice guy, which is funny because Alexis had a consistent deck in the manga. It's just terrible. That was the ice deck with like Ice Barrier, Ice Knight, shit like that. The literal Ice Barrier trap card, shit like that. But that's not crazy for them to do because like they gave Jaden Masked Heroes. They're doing some new Masked Hero stuff. I guess actually,
I'm pretty
like,
sure
the card we
run
need
out
to
of
do
heroes
that should be
with
the
that.
GX card. Is the buddy card should be a Roid card, because those guys do suck, which is unfortunate. Because I think there's like 3 or 4 manga only.
We can embrace what the fandom really wants, what the fandom demands, and have a Crystal Beast hero fusion archetype.
Oh, like a whole archetype to bridge those. Rainbow Neos
also
is cool,
released
but...
in time for Pride Month, of course.
Of course, yeah. I mean, that I think people do like Crystal Beasts. They're a weird deck. There's a lot of fun stuff for support. We'll keep our ears for... And
like
there is a lot of
Heroes,
GX, like, anniversary. Ooh, just straight up Crystal Heroes? And you could
Like,
yeah,
have
you
it
just
be
make them
like-
all caps.
You can mask change the 7.
Oh yeah,
crystal
no. That's
beasts
yes.
into-
There's a lot you could do with that because then you just make them tied to the different crystal beast animals, but you make them the superhero. Like you could basically make
Yeah.
them like the Neospatians save.
Yeah, basically. I'm saying because the mine of like the hero stuff is getting kind of sad where they're just like, Shining Flare Wingman again, but he has an adjective.
I mean, that at least is like that's like they're doing retrains of the iconic guys for most of them.
I'm just saying I wanted them to do something weird and new.
No, genuinely, I think the Adignister Code Talker stuff they did like early last year was like a really cool way to do legacy support and also like actually do an interesting concept.
Yeah.
Whereas a decent number of anime supports are just like you said,
And
they're
it's
just
not
Dark
like
Magician in
Japan-
a funny hat or Shining Flare Wingman.
It's not like
in a
Japan
new-
has any. It's not like Japan has any shortage of heroes with animal themes and color themes. Like, it's not something new. Just make it a Sentai team.
It'd work. But all right, we're gonna wrap up the stream. We've crossed 2.5 hours. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Once again, Tuesday is the 30th, not quite New Year's Eve. So we'll be back for something. I don't know what it is. Yeah, like our Altergeist, I think, is our actual next set. So we'll probably hit that one up. Otherwise, I don't fucking know, man. We're just freeballing here. We're just doing
I
stuff.
have the dumbest, funniest thought.
What up?
You know what deck you could put that Cyber Dragon card in? Klee. Light machines with
They are
2,100 attack or
They're
more.
big guys. That'd be very funny to turn it into an OTK strat. I also, the next Tuesday is the one after my birthday. I can maybe find an archetype I want to yap about as well. Maybe we'll yap about Metalmorph. Who knows? You never know. That's why you should subscribe to the channel, like this video, and ring the bell. Literally, so that you know what I'm going to do when I know what I'm going to do. But I'll see you guys later. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. We will be back tomorrow for a Final Fantasy XIV stream, and then that's probably going to be it from us for the holiday weekend. So once again, thanks everybody for tuning in. Have a fun, happy holidays. Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you later.